Hello. Let's see. Okay. Mindset Monday. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh, there goes the next door dog. Oh, there goes the inside dog. Okay, thank you. All right, well, happy Mindset Monday. Thank you for joining me here for another episode. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about, before we get into the Q&A, just talking about maintaining your persistence in the story, maintaining the new reality that you're creating for yourself, even in the face of opposition, even in the face of circumstances that don't line up with what you are manifesting for yourself. A lot of people I'm seeing they're experiencing things, they don't like what's happening, they react to it, and they're like, oh my God, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? I'm manifesting, it's not working. Like, that is going to ruin your manifestation. You have to understand that, like, once you select your new reality, you have to persist in it. You don't just try riding a bike, fall off, and then burn the bike down. You get back on and you keep going. And if you fall off, you get back on again, because at the end of the day, your goal is to learn how to ride the bike, not how to learn how to fall off and cry about it. So make sure that you're staying persistent. There's going to be a period where you're kind of fighting back and forth with your own consciousness, the one of you that is in the new reality and the one of you that is anchored to the old reality. So while there's still that dissonance within you where you're accepting your new reality, you're going to see evidence of the old reality kind of pop through. So it's very important that you stay diligent in those moments, because otherwise you're going to block what you're doing. Hello, everybody. Before we get into it, does anybody want to be admin? Like Colleen, I know you're always here. Somebody that is, is going to be here for a minute. I know that there have been, ever since moving to the new channel, there's some weirdos that pop up on the live stream. So I just want to, if anybody wants to be admin and help mute any kind of rude comments. I just want to get that out of the way. Anybody wants to be admin, let me know. Okay, let's see what we got here. What do I do if I have bad dreams that something bad happened to a loved one? How do I maintain that? Can't control that. Yeah, that's hard. You just have to shake yourself out of it, get yourself into a new physical space. One thing I say, because I have a big fear of that too, like losing people. One thing I always say when I'm spiraling on those thoughts is just, everybody I love is happy, healthy, and whole, or everybody I love is whole and healthy and whole, or something like that. Everybody that I love is healthy and whole. And I'll say that 1,000 times if I have to, sometimes when I'm just like spiraling on like the what ifs and the fears. So I definitely get that. I've been there, but everything in your entire life is going to be talking yourself off the ledge, talking yourself back into the knowing that it's fine. Everything is fine. I can create a new moment in any moment. I'm okay. Everything is okay. There's nothing to worry about. It's a constant self-soothing. Carla says, I would love your guidance on manifesting my SP. Would you suggest I purchase your SP coach or coaching call first? That's up to you. So the coaching calls are anywhere from half hour to an hour, and then we can talk about whatever. The specific person workshop is a 2-hour workshop, and it's interactive and it's group oriented. So there's no more than 3 people in a group. And I have found that when you are kind of in the group and everybody's sharing their stories, everybody's having their aha moments, they're sharing things that they're understanding, it helps you get what's going on in your world better. Like when you hear your problem come out of someone's mouth, someone else's mouth, you're like, oh my God, duh. Like it's so obvious the answer. So I really like the group setting of the specific person workshop, just because it allows that sharing between other people, and you kind of realize, A, you're not the only one, B, it's not that serious, and C, you get people say things or they ask questions you didn't even realize you had. And a lot of times in my workshops, somebody will have an aha moment and they'll say what their discovery was, and that will trigger an aha moment in someone else. So that's up to you. If you want to just kind of talk about your own thing, you want to choose a half hour, 45-minute hour session, definitely book a one-on-one. Or if you want to kind of get with other people and bounce ideas off of each other and see the interaction with the group and the exercises and stuff, then I would go with the workshop, and that's 2 hours long. Okay. Okay, Nadine. Okay, perfect, Nadine. Yeah. So anybody okay, let's see. Yeah, definitely want to reiterate the fact that you have to persist in the new reality. You have to get back on the horse. You have to get back on the bike. If you just like crumble and let your 3D world dictate. Amanda from Create Your Future said it best. She said, okay, so I can go through this tantrum. I can have these negative feelings, but then what? You're still going to have to go back through and make those intentions. So you might as well just make them without going through the breakdown. Okay. Hello, South Africa. Hello, 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 everybody. Oh, yeah. Also, anybody that wants to be admin today to help if anybody crazy comes on. Hi, Boo. Hi, everybody. Okay. Happy Mindset Monday. Been looking forward to you. Oh, okay. Glad to. Oh, Leanne. Okay, let me make you admin. I just said that. Let me get you. Thank you, girl. Add moderator. Okay, cool. Thank you. Help me keep those comments, the crazy comments away. Do you have any suggestions for when you get into a negative thought spiral? I find it hard to pull yourself out of it. Okay, I do this all the time. It happens to me too. You have to take control. And even if you can't change like the vibration overall or the feelings overall, if you just keep telling yourself, no, it's okay. It's all right. I'm building this. I'm doing this. I'm getting up. Everything's fine. It makes it easier to work your way back up. Another thing that I was just speaking to my cousin, actually. My cousin's in my Facebook group, and we like to talk about quantum physics and things like that. And I had an issue that I was kind of dealing with this morning, and he talked me through it. And he's like, well, what's the exact emotion that you're feeling? What is it that's bothering you about this thing? And so I kind of talked through my emotions, and we realized that it was, I have boundaries within myself that I need to set that I haven't set. And I'm feeling taken advantage of in some certain areas, but it's my fault because I haven't set those boundaries. I haven't been clear about it. So helping me get to the root of what is the actual emotion, what is the problem, what is the feeling that I feel that is causing these negative emotions, addressing that at the root, and then just, putting in new ideas, putting in new thoughts, putting in new beliefs, putting in new statements, telling myself, hey, I got this. It's all fine. Everybody respects me. They respect my time. You want to do as much as you can to self-soothe and like talk yourself off the emotional ledge, whatever that looks like for you. Finding out the root of the emotion, inserting new beliefs, spiraling on good things, using that negative spiral that you're in to redirecting it so that you can use that momentum to think about things that are good, or just to be like, no, it's fine. I got this. It's okay. I'm okay. Everything is fine. I got this. It's fine. Everything is fine. Even if you say that 1,000 times, it helps. Okay. I've been persisting the new story for months. My mental diet has gotten a lot better, but I struggle to feel like my SP loves me. What can I do to obtain the feeling? Separate the love of your SP from love in general, because you've felt love before. There have been things that you have felt love about that don't have to do with your SP or don't have to do with romantic relationships. So separate the feeling from the idea. Conjure it within you, notice it, feel it, soak it up, call it again, let it go, recall it. You want to make bringing that feeling up a habit or like a natural, like you get comfortable with it. So you bring that up, redo it, get comfortable, let it soak in, and just feel the feelings of love in general. It doesn't have to be romantic love to be love. And then once you're comfortable kind of with that feeling, you can use your affirmations and things about, how you expect your SP to treat you, how you want your relationship to go, things like that. You can describe that relationship while you are feeling the feelings of love in general, just conjured up. And also, more importantly, if your person is not loving you or giving you attention or putting you first, somewhere in you are blocking it. You're not putting yourself first. You're not loving yourself. You're not believing you're worthy. You're not thinking you're good enough. You're not thinking he's good enough, something like that. Or sorry, not thinking that person's good enough. There's something within you that is blocking it. So you're going to have to kind of dig around and see what that's about. Do I have to read my script daily in order to dominate my subconscious for a brand new belief and manifest my desires really quick? Okay, this is the thing about scripting. Scripting to me is a daily process. Yes, you can go back and read it, but I just write new things every single night. I write a page before I fall asleep. I do it while I'm laying in bed. It's like the most lazy way to do it. I couldn't get any lazier with it, but I do still make myself do it as I'm laying in bed. And I just write out what I want to experience, rewriting the day, emphasizing things that I did like, again, describing the reality that I'm moving to, just keeping myself in the mind frame of the reality that I'm choosing before I fall asleep. And then you use what you write in your scripting as your affirmation. So you take that, you do that before you go to bed. This is how I do it. And this is what works for me. And this is the only thing that's worked for me, by the way, as far as scripting goes. You take those the next morning and then you bring them throughout your day. So if I'm scripting about my business, you guys have heard me say this all the time. This is my go-to. I always say my business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. I say that every day. I write it every day. I say it in my mind several times throughout the day, all day. If I'm feeling down about myself, if I'm feeling great about myself, whatever, if I'm just absent-minded, oh, my business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. My business is booming. My business runs itself on autopilot, whatever that looks like. You want to saturate your mind on all fronts. Because if you just think, okay, so I wrote a page out, and I wrote it one day, I'm going to read it the next day. That's doing nothing. That's like if you were hungry and you just ate, one pea. It's like, okay, you're going to have to eat a whole bag of peas, to like make yourself feel better. You just have to, it's saturation from all angles. You put these affirmations in when your mind is checked out, when you're doing, mindless tasks, when you're driving, when you're taking a shower, you're making coffee, you're doing the things that you could do with your eyes closed. Use that time to insert those beliefs or insert those affirmations, exactly what you wrote down, or even if you don't even think about it, it can just be something that pops in your head, as long as it's a positive expectancy thought. Do those when your mind is checked out, and you also do them when you're spiraling and when you're feeling negative and when you're feeling you're worried or whatever. You want to make sure you're turning the train around and bringing those affirmations in there. So it's not a one-time deal. If you want to read your scripting that you did the night before in the morning, that's great. But I would say script every single day. Don't skip out on it. And then use those affirmations throughout your day to keep the momentum going. Okay. I've been able to manifest text messages, such calls, but I can't seem to manifest full-on commitment. My SP and I have been dating for 1.5 years. Yet not a solid committed relationship as of now. You're going to have to look at your own views on commitment, whether or not you believe relationships work, whether or not you believe you're worthy of relationships, whether or not you believe you're worthy of this person's love. Somewhere within you, you are creating a situation where your person is not fully giving to you. So that's gonna symbolize that either you're not giving yourself the love that you need to give, or you have ideas about what you're worthy of, or what someone can give you, or even if he's the right one, if he's able to give that to you. So you're gonna have to look at those beliefs and address those, and then rewrite them. My person loves being around me. He loves the committed relationship. He's thinking about our long-term success. He's always thinking about our future. He's always bringing our future up. He loves thinking about us being married and us having kids. However that looks to you, just rewrite the story. This is the same thing. It's like, just because they say something or just because they do something does not mean that has to be your reality. Nothing is permanent unless you decide it is. Everything else is changeable. It's energy. It's malleable. So nothing stays in place unless you keep it there. Hello, Chicago. Okay. How did I manifest my SP asking you to marry him? That's a great question, because neither of us believed in marriage. It was never on, I never thought I was going to get married. I didn't care. And the only person that really cared about it was my mom, because my mom wanted me to have benefits. And she's like, why are you in this relationship if there's no future? And then he just proposed to me out of the blue one day. I had probably because I just didn't even care. It was never, we were going to be together regardless. We knew that. And there was just no question. So once we got to that point where he became like the perfect version of the partner that I wanted, there's never been any, we don't fight. We don't have we just get along. We just have, I don't know how to describe it. There was no pulling, there was no pushing against. I just allowed whatever happened to happen in the natural time. And we didn't even get married right away. We got married. It was like 2.5 years after we got engaged that we actually got married. And it took us 2 years to even set a date, because I just didn't really care. It wasn't that important. I just wanted to be with him. That's all that mattered. Roxana, I'm going to let you be an admin because of your name. Okay, thank you. Help us keep the rude comments at bay if they come up. I've changed my story this week, so instead of past story, brand new one. Yes, that's right, girl. Thank you. Okay. When manifesting a specific person or just going through a breakup, how do you stop envisioning them being with someone else, someone you may see as better than you? Well, you need to realize that you are the only ticket in town. No one's better than you. There's no way they could be, because they are not real. And they are just blobs of energy that you're allowing to exist in your reality, and you're giving them life by continuing to tell the story, by adhering to it, by being sad about it. You need to start developing your own sense of self-worth. You need to be complimenting yourself every day, feeding yourself 20s and 50s and $100 bills instead of pennies, telling yourself you're amazing, telling yourself you're worthy, practicing your manifestational skills on other things so that can reaffirm your power to you. And every day you just want to solidify that I am it. I am the God of my reality. It's all responding to me. I'm amazing. I'm absolutely worthy of everything that I could ever want in my life, because I'm the only one here to experience it. Everyone else has their own realities where they get to decide what they want. This isn't it. This one's mine. I choose. I get what I want, period. I'm worth it. And you are worth it. And you just need to start telling yourself that. When you look in the mirror, you're giving yourself 5 compliments every single time. We have to give ourselves the love that we're looking for the rest of the world to give us, because it's only a reflection. They can't give it to us if we don't feel it within ourselves. Okay. I reached out about a one-on-one, but I feel like maybe a workshop would be better. I'm working on myself in the meantime. Yeah, it's up to you, babe. The one-on-one, again, is just kind of, my goal in the one-on-one is to really hear your self-talk. I want to see exactly what you're saying about your situation and redirect. Like I was talking about my cousin earlier, we were discussing things, and he said the way that I pattern interrupt. So you'll be talking and I cut you off because I see you telling the story again. And it's me noticing you telling the story in the way you're telling it and then redirecting it that starts solidifying it within you. And I definitely do that during the workshop, but the workshop is a lot of kind of uncovering the patterns that we do in relationships and the things that we recreate through our breakups and through our get back togethers and the people that we manifest. So it's up to you if you want to. If you want to just kind of dig into your own situation and just figure out what's all going on there everywhere, or if you want to just kind of look at your love life and then be with other people who are going through the same thing and who can kind of like support you through that. That's what you would go for. Shazia, I had a question. How do you ask for signs from the universe if a path you might pursue is right for you? There's a relationship I'm wanting to pursue and take serious. This person is amazing. Okay. You just intend that everything that comes to you is exactly what you need. You're always manifesting the perfect people and the perfect situations. Everything always unfolds in the best possible way for you. It's so crazy how you just want something and the universe just lays it out for you the most miraculous way. Start telling the story like this. Asking for signs. It's okay to ask for signs as long as it's not because you're not trusting yourself. If it's because it makes you feel good to see them, and seeing your manifestations or your signs gives you I just realized my cat's back there, gives you the chance to reaffirm your power and be like, ooh, I did that. Yes, it's me. I'm so powerful. Because that's what I do whenever I manifest anything. Like I said, a feather to $1 million. I'm doing the same. I'm like, yes, this is me. So, I would start intending that everything works out for you. You're always being led to the perfect people. People always respect you. They love what you have to say. They love being around you. You are magnetic. They think that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Tell the story of how awesome you are. People want to be around you. And then also celebrate your manifestations. Celebrate the signs that you see and things like that. And just intend. I'm always seeing evidence of my manifestations. It's so crazy. Everywhere I look, it's like, there it is. Again, you tell the story exactly how you want it to go. You want to see signs? I see signs all the time. I always see signs. It's crazy. I'm always seeing signs. That's how you do it. If you just take your question, it's really easy, guys. Take your questions, and even if it takes you a minute to kind of like rattle it around in your mind, ask your question over a few times. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I see this? How do I understand this? What does this mean? What is this? What does this feel like? Why am I doing this? Why do I feel like I need this? Ask your question to yourself a few times, and then really think about what it is that you're asking about. And literally the answer is in the question. So how do you ask for signs from the universe? I see signs from the universe all the time. You just turn it into an affirmation. Instead of it being a question of how, it is. And then from now on, now we operate from the standpoint of, I always see signs. I see signs like all the time. It's almost freaky how many times I see signs. I see signs so much that the rest of the people in my life are seeing signs. You just tell the story. It's because that's what you're doing with your mind. When you're sitting there questioning, how do I see signs? 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 You are telling a story of somebody who does not trust their power. Okay. Okay, I'm new to manifesting. So when manifesting SP, all I have to do is persist in my assumptions. Yeah, honestly, if you stay in the mindset of this is happening, this is my relationship, they love me, we have a great, perfect relationship, we communicate, we trust each other, we are honest with each other, we always choose each other first, and you do not allow any other notions to enter your frame of reference, you don't entertain it. Even if they send you a text that says, I'm marrying somebody tomorrow, I hate your guts, so never contact me, you're like, you are hilarious, that is so cute, oh, but we're really together, but okay. You want to say that, that's fine. You literally just have to keep in the mindset of, I don't care, he can say whatever he wants. That's not how it's going down in my reality, because you are choosing in every moment. So if you keep having someone show up that's not giving to you what you need, you are continuously selecting a version of them that doesn't respect you. And in order to get someone to respect you, you have to respect yourself. It's a mirror again. So once you decide that you only accept treatment from here and above, you're setting your own standards. And from now on, the version of that person that treats you from here below can't come into your reference. And if they do, you're just, no, not you, this version of you. You stay persistent again. Okay. When manifesting an SP, when you focus on yourself and stop thinking about them, isn't that contradictory with the law of assumption? No, because you're assuming that you're awesome and everybody wants to be around you. You have healthy relationships. People are drawn to you. They want to be around you. Everybody loves you. That's the law of assumption. You're assuming that you are good enough, and you are assuming that you are the version of that reality, or the version of yourself that is in that relationship. That makes sense. I've been struggling to manifest a meetup with a friend. Any advice? Well, stop talking about how you're struggling. Don't think it's hard. Start telling the story that everybody loves to be around you. They're always inviting you to stuff. People from your past are reaching out to you all the time. It's so cool. You're always getting messages from people that you haven't thought about in so long. And it's so nice to see people come back and want to hang out with you. And they're always reaching out to you. They're always doing fun stuff. And you have to keep telling that story, even if you have your inbox is at 0, you tell that story until the messages start coming in. Same thing. It's the same. Everything kind of all comes together. So you just got to persist and persist. Make sure you're not persisting in the story of your limitation, because right now you're persisting in the story of it's hard to manifest. I'm trying, but they're not. And I'm not trying to insult you guys, just letting you know, this is kind of how it sounds to the universe. I'm trying, but it's not coming. I'm trying, but it's not coming. I'm trying to manifest my friend. Where are they? That's going to replicate. So instead, everybody loves me. We're always doing fun stuff. You want to, again, we were talking about assuming, you want to assume that you are the version of you that people want to be around. What feels good at this time? Let's see. What feels good at this time after persisting for so long that my SP will come to me is just to tell myself that I don't need him or anyone else to complete me, that my happiness is my responsibility. Exactly. Because it is. It is. It is. It is. You have to be, listen, if you want someone to choose a relationship with you, you need to be the version of you that is that people want to be in a relationship with. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with someone that's needy, desperate, questioning them, doubtful, insecure. That's not sexy. You know what I mean? Maybe to a narcissist or somebody that might want to use you, a sociopath, but that's not where we want to go. So we need to be whole. If you want to be the half of a circle, a relationship, you need to be a whole half. You can't fill a circle if this part of your half is empty. You got to be the version of you that's in that relationship in order to be the version of you that's in that relationship. It's chicken or the egg at the same time. It's the snake eating its own tail, or whatever that thing is about. Okay. Hello. Okay. Oh, you got your work permit today that you were manifesting for a while. You can get anything if you persist. Yes. I love how the themes always come together. Okay. What's your opinion on no contact / ignoring son of a... I hate how it scrolls up. Okay. Shit. Sorry, guys. On no contact unless they contact about getting back together versus staying in contact / being friends. Listen, if if you can do it without feeling lack, then do it. It's your reality. It's your choice. But it's important that you stay in the mind frame of the relationship or whatever it is that you're trying to get out of the situation. You have to stay there mentally. So if you can't be around them, or if you can't be in contact with them without feeling lack or missing them, or like wondering why they're not here or feeling depressed about them not being around you, then I would say cut off contact, because it's the mental place you have to get to in order to manifest it. That's what's going to keep you away from it if you allow them, to affect you. Hey, Roxy. Hey, Gabriella. I had some successes, but also manifested the complete opposite of some intentions that I'm affirming for my life, love and money. How can I turn that into what I want? I won't give up. Interesting you say that love and money are super connected. Yeah, I have a love and money workshop if anyone's interested. Love and money are very much connected. They come, our feelings about love and money stem from our parents or guardianship, the relationships with money and people that we saw growing up. And a lot of times they kind of go hand in hand with each other. They don't always, but there's definitely a correlation between the way that your parents felt about money, or the way that your guardianship felt about money, and then the way that they treated each other, or the relationships that you saw as a child. And you're going to have to change the story about yourself, change the story about money. Money, I didn't understand the thing about money until very recently. So I definitely get this. I forced myself to be a starving artist because I felt like that was like, I had to have that as part of my story, which is ridiculous. But we need to start treating money a little better. Money is energy, just like everything else in this world. So treat it like a person. You don't demand from it. You don't ask where it's been and be pissed at it for not showing up and hate it every time you have to share it with somebody else. No, we give it away. We love the feeling of giving money, because giving is taking, and taking is giving, and it's all flowing in and out of us at all times. So giving money, spending money is amazing. It feels so good. We're so lucky that money is there for us to allow us to experience anything that we want in our lives. Money is amazing. Money always comes. Think about the fact that even when you think you're at your direst situation and nothing is going to come through, nothing's going to work out for you, the lights are going to get shut off, you're going to get evicted, somehow it always works out. Money always comes. It always flows. So we need to stop thinking about money as being scarce. We need to stop thinking about it being elusive. We need to stop thinking that it's only for other people and not for us. Money is everywhere. It's energy, meaning it's here. It's right here. You can just grab it. I select a reality where money is not an issue. I've always had money. Money flows so easily. Money comes in and out of me so easily. I love the way it feels to spend money. I love the way it feels to get money. You want to start thinking in big amounts of money and abundance, and like waves of money and avalanches, and stop counting pennies. Stop counting pennies. Stop looking at, oh God, okay, I have $31.50 in my account. I got to pay this bill. How am I going to pay these bills? No, I got a bill. Cool, fine, I'll pay it. I don't even care. What bill schmill? We need to start treating it just like a person, treating it better, just like your SP. You don't demand from it. You don't ask it where it's been. You don't curse it for not being around. You be okay here. You know that it's there. It's my reality. It's energy. I can choose it at any moment if I want it. So if it's not here, it's because I'm not ready for it. I'm not the version of me that thinks like somebody that has money. I'm not the version of me that thinks like somebody that is in a loving relationship, or is lovable, or is worthy of love, or is worthy of money. So we need to start telling ourselves, money comes easily. I'm always falling in love. People love to be around me. I'm a great person. I love being a part of a well-functioning relationship. Again, we need to be telling different stories. We're all adhering to our 3D way too much. You're allowing things to come into you. Like you said, you manifested something and then it was the total opposite. And instead of you persisting and being like, I don't care, it's still coming, it's not a big deal, you're here asking the question of why it's not coming. That's the problem. Do you not trying to insult you or anything like that, but I just want you to see that's where your issue is. Instead of questioning where it's at, you need to be playing it cool. Just like when you're trying to manifest a person or attract somebody, you got to play it cool. If you give off desperate, needy, lack vibes, that's what you're going to continue to get. You have to be fulfilled first in order for the world to fulfill you, no matter what the subject is. Okay, is this Al? Al Fowler, hello. Can you tell me how to call up your feeling? I have found that for the last several months, I can't conjure up a feeling other than this void. It's so odd. I can't really describe it. So you need to ask yourself, first of all, ask yourself, what's in the way? What am I blocking here? Why am I blocking these feelings? What is it about me that feels like I can't conjure these feelings? That's one option, or one way to attack it. Another way, which I think you should do all of these things, is start telling yourself it's really easy for you to conjure feelings. It happens, like now it's getting so easy that it just happens all the time. You think of an emotion and you get goosebumps about it. That happens to me every time I do this when I'm giving sessions to people and I show them how to everything is great. I'm doing so awesome. I love this. It feels amazing. I'm like the power of my world and everything is so good. I just absolutely, whatever. You just have to think of a time when you have felt it. Do you have pets? Do you have hobbies? Do you have family members? Do you have a best friend? Somewhere in your life where you have felt love for something or a fondness, you go back, you ask yourself, what does love feel like? These are all, I want you to do all these things. Ask yourself what it feels like. Ask yourself why you're having this void. And then start telling yourself that it's easy for you. It's easy to conjure feelings. You're always getting them. You understand your feelings so well. And every day you're getting better and better. Change the story. Practice on emotions that don't have to do with, or practice the emotion without the story. Just practice the emotion of love. What does love feel like? How do I conjure love? What things remind me of love? What is a feeling similar to love? Ask yourself and you will be given answers, but you need to take the answers. And then once it comes up, we soak in it. This feels so good. I love this. Maybe it reminds you of your favorite day at an amusement park. Maybe it was a time somebody did something really nice for you. Whatever it is, find those moments where you have felt the feeling that you want to experience and then recall it and practice and do it over and over. And maybe it doesn't come right away, but you need to tell yourself that it does. And you need to select a version of you where manifesting feelings or conjuring feelings is easy. And you do that by making the mental shift. It's easy for me. It's easy for me. I'm always able to conjure up emotions. Conjuring emotions is the easiest thing in the world because your mind is not, memories aren't stored in storage bins. It's like a memo. You send out an impulse for something and it comes like zipping into your awareness. So ask, what does happiness feel like? What does joy feel like? What is love? When have I felt love? When have I felt unconditional love? And then trust the feeling that comes up. Okay. Once you notice what the trigger is, how do you deal with it? My issue is that he's younger than me. I know I'm worthy and deserve love. Okay, so first of all, stop telling the story about the age. Hold on, let me plug my charger in. Stop telling the story about the age. You're selecting a version of him where he loves older women or whatever. He loves everything about me. We work so well together. We communicate really well. I'm the only person he has eyes for. I make him so happy. No one else understands him the way that I do. Things like this to kind of, remind yourself that you are amazing. And when you, what you said, once you notice what the trigger is, how do you deal with it? So every time it comes up, every single time it comes up, you are redirecting and you're staying on that train until you're in a completely different mind frame. No, it doesn't matter. He loves me. He loves everything about me. He loves everything about me. We communicate great. Everything is fine. Everything is working out. This relationship is great. We are perfect together. We're a perfect match. Everything is fine. It's all good. It's all good. Again, you just self-soothe and you take those moments. Since you know what your trigger is, now you can be aware of it. So you need to be you need to be hyper diligent on paying attention to your feelings, paying attention to when those triggers pop up, noticing what you do, and then redirecting. And it's just like riding a bike. You fall off, you get right back on. You don't burn the bicycle down. So yeah, redirect. You're halfway there because you know your trigger. So catch it in the moment and redirect it. I have an SP that I could easily manifest, but an old SP came back into my life. When I try to picture the SP I want, the old SP pops in my head. Is the universe trying to send me a message? It doesn't really work like that. It's more either your uncertainty about what is the best option for you. And it's probably a combination of that and the fact that you are breaking down barriers with your own manifestational process, but you still have limiting doubts or limiting beliefs in the way between you and the current SP. But because you are breaking down the walls within yourself, the old SP is able to come through. So you're going to need to get really clear on which person's best for you. And not just that, because you can create either one to be any version of themselves. You need to decide what exactly you want. Take the person out of the picture. You have this spot next to you. This is your co-starring lead role. This is the most important role that you could cast in your whole movie, your whole life movie. So make sure you are ticking all the boxes that you need. And create the energetic vacuum, create like the empty space next to you. That's like, we communicate. He treats me well. He always texts me. He's always thinking about me. He buys me cute little gifts. He tells me I'm the apple of his eye. Whatever that looks like to you, however the relationship works for you, you communicate really well. He's always honest with you. He trusts you with his deep, dark secrets, whatever that looks like. Again, create that energy next to you and know that that's what you're going after. The person filling the role is a seat filler. It's the energy and the feelings that you're going after. So focus on that. And then ask yourself, I actually did a video about this. Check out my video on manifesting two people. But ask yourself, what do I want from this person? What does this person give me? Can I easily rewrite the story about this person without dragging in the old story? You're going to have to get super clear on what you want and then be really diligent about the new story that you tell. And then, check out my manifesting two specific people video. I never had a girlfriend. I don't know how it feels to be in love with a person. What should I do? Well, again, I'm guessing you know what love feels like in general, whether that's with a pet, loving an experience, loving a favorite food, something that brings you joy and ease and clarity and freedom. A relationship feels like ease. Like I said, it feels like you're able to do, be, and say whatever you want. It feels like support. It feels like you have somebody there that understands and trusts you and knows you. It feels like a mutually beneficial, caring situation where you care how someone feels and they care about you. You can depend on each other. You can trust them with your honesty and your feelings. That's what it feels like. So again, we don't have to know what these things feel like in relationship to love. We just need to know what it feels like, to be trusted, or to even know that that's what we want. Because even if you don't know the feeling now, you can still intend that you uncover the feeling, or you intend that you're led to the feeling. So, okay, the person after you has the exact same question. Okay, start, like I said, just with this last person before, figure out what it is you want to experience. It does not have to do with love. You want to experience companionship. You want compassion. You want honesty. You want trust. You want someone that's there for you. Whatever that looks like, that's the energy that you want to create. We need to take the focus of the person, or any person for that matter, off the table, because we are making it you're getting too involved with it. When you don't really know what you want, you're creating more uncertainty instead of just saying, I just love the feeling of companionship. I love how it feels to have somebody next to me that I can talk to and trust, that loves to be around me. Start there. Start with that, because that will help you build the feelings and understand what they feel like. And then as you go, you just keep uncovering. Think about it this way. I think a lot of people think that they start where they are and they think that they're just going to continue going forward with that level of knowledge. Well, once you start going down the path of even telling yourself, wow, I actually do know what love feels like. I do know what it feels like. I do understand love. Just saying that alone is going to lead you to things that will help you understand love. You're going to uncover more as you go along. You don't need to know what the staircase looks like. You just need to know that the next step is in front of you. So take the next step. I love being in a loving relationship. I love the feeling of companionship. People love to be around me. I'm a fun person. I'm a great companion. That's all you need to do to get the ball rolling, but make sure that you keep the ball rolling in that direction and don't roll back up the other direction or stop rolling completely. You have to keep telling the story. Even if people come into your world that do not show up the way that you expect, even if things happen the way that you do not expect, so what? That needs to be your motto. So what? So what? It's my reality. I'm going to choose. I don't care. That's nothing. That has nothing to do with me. It's this. It's like this. I am loved. People love me. They love being around me. Period. No buts. No, but I don't know. But this. What if this? No. They love being around me. And that's it. I'm great. I'm understanding love more and more every single day. I'm getting better and better at it. And it's really awesome. That's the way we tell the story. Okay. I need to take a drink. I'm going to take this moment to remind you guys that if you would be interested in one-on-one coaching, you can sign up with me in the link below for one-on-one coaching. I have workshops, and then also you can do it by the hour and just kind of discuss your own issues as well. Okay. What's your opinion on very physical things and feelings we have been taught we don't have control over and are observably, scientifically explained? Don't even listen. Example, period pain, is that manifested? Yeah, all pain. I mean, it's like I said, things are only permanent if you say they are. If you are having period pain and you sit there and you're like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain, my cramps, oh my God, my cramps, putting a fucking hot pad on my thing, I can't go to work, I have such bad cramps, my cramps, my cramps, my cramps. What do you expect to happen? Stop telling the story about your cramps. Ever. Don't talk about them ever again, even if you have them. So what? And you just keep saying, I feel great, I feel so good, I feel great, I feel so good, I feel so good. Even if you don't, you just like, when I read all these questions, you guys are asking the same question with different words. Every question is the exact same. How do I persist in my reality? You just do. You can't let the things that happen affect you or change your mind or make you think that it's permanent. It's not permanent. This reality is not real. We all agree we live in an energy field, right? Everybody knows that this place is energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Everything, even our solid matter, what we think is solid, is actually energy. It's actually 99.9% empty space. So this is an illusion. You're already living in a world of your mental creation, okay? Everything you experience is happening to you because you have beliefs about it. Not necessarily that you set an intention to get it, but because you believe certain things are to be true, like you believe that period pain is absolute, then it has to be absolute for you. That's just how it works. So change that idea. I feel fine. I feel fine. And even if you don't, you need to keep telling that story. I'm trying to think of which story I want to tell as far as like healing goes. I'll tell the story of my shingles again. As ridiculous as that sounds. I got shingles the first day I started planning my wedding. I had never even really heard of it. I'd heard the word, but I didn't know what it was. And when I got it, I was like, okay, this is really terrible. It hurts. It's extremely painful. And I decided I wasn't going to call it by its name. I wasn't going to acknowledge it. If people asked me, like if I made like a win, because even if your shirt touched it, it felt like someone was stabbing you. And so every time I would like wince in pain or anything like that, if anyone noticed and they asked me what it was, I wouldn't tell them. I was like, I am not going to give this thing life. So I ignored it. I didn't call it by its name. And I visualized it being smoothed over like Photoshop all the time, all day long. I'm just like erasing it, erasing it, erasing it. Well, my shingles went away. I had like a 2-inch piece on my side. Mine went away within like 2 or 3 weeks tops. It wasn't even that long. This other girl that I know, she got it around the same time and she blogged about it. It took over her entire torso. Okay. So even though it was there and it was extremely painful, I did not allow it. I was not going to be a version of me that lives with shingles. No, sorry. I'm planning a wedding. I got stuff to do. This isn't even here. It does not matter what happens. It doesn't matter. You're creating it all. And the only thing that's going to happen if you react and allow these things to take hold is you're just going to experience it more. That's all that's going to happen. Nothing is going to change. Okay. And physical things. Yeah, physical things and feelings. Physical is not real. Logic is not real. We live in this universe that is like quantum based, but we use Newtonian physics to describe everything. They do not match up. It does not work. And that's why there's a discrepancy between the sciences because they don't really know what's going on. Or as my cousin puts it, we know what's going on. We just don't know how or why. Okay. When manifesting someone who lives in a different city does not matter. The distance doesn't matter. So stop telling that story. I'm always split between intending that one of us moves or intending that we start a long distance relationship and see where it takes us. No, you need to be declaring that it works. It's working out. It's fine. There's not even an issue. Distance is not real. We're all energy. We're all connected. So distance is a figment of the imagination. Your person is not far from you. They're right here. They are right here. You can select them out of the ether right here, but you have to remain diligent. Oh, I'm so glad this worked out. Oh my God, I love that this worked out for the two of us. We love being together. We are so happy to be in the same city and being able to touch and cuddle, and our relationship has worked out. And even not even bring in the distance part about it. Just declare that your relationship works perfectly, period. The rest of it will be filled out. Do I just go with whichever option I would like most and expect him to conform? Yeah, absolutely. It's your decision. There's nothing he can't, no one else can choose a reality for you that you don't choose first. No one else can respond to you or treat you in a way that you do not declare first. You set the ball in motion. You have the boundaries or the set of rules, whether you know it or not, that you allow. And if someone treats you within that set of rules, that's on you because they have no option. It's you decide how the world shows up and how they treat you, period. That's it. End of story. Okay. Okay. How do I stop seeing so many signs? I'm constantly bombarded with signs, yet no manifestation. I think you need to take that option, that time, instead of taking your signs to be like, okay, great, a sign, but where's the actual manifestation? You take that moment to be like, yes, it's coming. Oh my God, I'm so close. Every day I'm closer and closer. Oh my God, my manifestations just keep coming. It's crazy. They're always coming. I'm always seeing manifestations happen in my world. It is insane how fast I manifest. Tell a new story and just don't. If you see signs, instead of being like, well, it's not my manifestation, because that's going to manifest, that's going to replicate. It's your chance to reaffirm, wow, I'm doing all of it. The universe really is listening to everything I say. Cool. Let me keep selecting the reality that I want. How do you do the work simply to feel good versus trying to manifest something? First things first, I would say I would check out my 30 Days of Alignment challenge. For me, it took me forcing, I don't like using the word forcing, but purposely making myself be positive. Like I forced myself. Yes, I did force myself. I forced myself to be positive for 30 days because I didn't want to react the way that I had been. And that 30 days definitely changed my life. It's about consistency. How do you do the work? It's day in, day out diligence. It's minute by minute. You pay attention to your feelings. You don't allow the negative feelings to take hold and gain momentum, because once we feel them, you have a chance. There's always that moment when you're like, okay, do I continue going down this road, or do I just be regular and not let it affect me? 9 times out of 10, we're going to continue going down that road. And I'm just saying that from personal experience. I'll be like, are you really going to be mad about this? Yes. Yes, I am. And now we're all mad. Like, that's how I used to be. So it's a conscious choice. You pay attention. You choose to be stronger than your emotions. You're more than a thought. You're more than a feeling. You're more than an instance or an emotion. So don't allow them to dictate your entire life. You pay attention. You flip your negative thoughts every time you have them. You do not allow them to gain momentum. And if they do and you notice them, you redirect it. What am I saying? What am I saying? It's like this. This is my reality. I'm choosing the reality in every moment. I'm not going to choose one where I'm telling the story of my limitations. Let me remind myself how powerful I am and that I get literally everything that I want. So I better watch my words. Let me take a drink. How is hot and cold responses from an SP a reflection of my intention? Okay, so depending on, without, just very, very vague, but depending on what's going on with you, either you're not clear on what you want, you don't believe you're worthy of it, you're questioning whether or not your person is the right person for you, or if you can be that person for them, or you're in the state where you are transitioning to that new reality, but there is like this wobble. There's this area of space. It's just like when you're in an airplane and you go from, when you go through the clouds, there's that turbulence, but once you get above it, you're fine. It's like that. You go through this period where you're fighting between the new you and the old you. I'm persisting in this reality. Yeah, but this happened. But I'm persisting in my reality. Yeah, but this happened. So that's why you're getting hot and cold, because you're literally offering hot and cold. So you need to be clear. You need to declare what you want, and you cannot sway from it. I don't care if he texts you and says, I hate you, I found somebody else, don't ever talk to me again. You're like, weird. I'll do something else. My man loves me. I don't care what he says, because I'm declaring it. I'm choosing the reality, and I only choose the reality where he loves me. So end of story. Thank you, Shazia. Glad you're here. Okay. I've been working on these type of affirmations. I always attract the perfect people at the perfect time. That's all you got to say. That's all you have to say. It's not hard, guys. It's just staying diligent. I always attract the people that I need. I always attract great people around me. People are always reaching out to me to hang out. People think that I'm the coolest person in the room. They say I have the best ideas. They love what I have to say. Okay. Ooh, Donnie Darko. I love that. Okay, Leanne's going to watch Donnie Darko. I was talking to an awesome girl I know about today. We were probably the only 2 woke women in our small valley. Ooh, latch on to her. I love that movie. I need to rewatch that. Okay. So stop asking for a sign. Okay, my admins are doing good because I'm not seeing any of these. Thank you guys so much for keeping an eye on this, because I don't see them. By the time I get down, they've been doing it for 20 minutes. Okay. Where are we? Okay, Casanova, I love you. Roxy's a multimillionaire who drives a Lambo and spends her summer in Bahamas. Yes, Yes, and a writer. Okay, I love you. I love you. Casanova, you are a multimillionaire with a house in, I don't know, Hawaii. And you have your own private jet. How about that? Okay, cool. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, shit. God, sorry, guys. It scrolls up so far. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Susanna. Glad you're here. How do you do the work simply to feel good versus being hyper aware that you're trying to manifest something? Yeah, same thing again. You just you have to be not manifesting something. You need to be all encompassing. It needs to be your entire focus. This is a way of living. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of thinking. You change everything. It's not just about this thing that you're manifesting. You take a step back. This is what I say to my clients. You need to stop being Pinocchio and start realizing that you're Geppetto. You need to be up there doing the strings instead of being down here freaking out with all the stuff that's happening around you. No, you take a step back. You realize, okay, I'm doing all of this, not just the SP, not just this money thing, not just when I want it. Every single moment of my existence is held in place by my consciousness and awareness. All of it. Your world is being populated because of your consciousness. Okay? That's quantum physics. So you have to remind yourself all the time, it's me, it's always me, it's always been me, I got this. And you manifest other things. You work on everything in your life at once, not just the specific things that you need, and then everything comes together. Oh, my cat in the background. Her name is Bunny. She says, thank you for calling her beautiful. Okay. What's the difference between the universe giving a sign and our thoughts manifesting? Example, seeing an SP name because they're on our minds, or it's a universe sign. That's just a replication. Like if you're thinking about someone's name or you're thinking about them, it's just kind of proof that your things are being broadcast. Like that's what you letting, your 3D world letting you know that you're being heard. What I do for that is I take that as a moment, like I said, to reaffirm. So instead of just letting it pass or questioning it or being like, why is it a sign, not my manifestation? Take that as a moment to be like, damn, I'm powerful. Look at that. I'm manifesting this. I'm manifesting that. I keep seeing these things like, oh my God, I'm so powerful. I'm doing all of this. Again, everything comes back to Malachi. Yay. Everything comes back to you being all encompassing, all in control. Every single ounce of your story is all you. Guys, if you're looking at I Am Malachi, go follow him. This is like one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me. He's my music producer. And he's kind of one of my real life mentors. Smart dude. Okay. Thanks for joining me. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what's next. I don't need someone else to complete me. Happiness is an inside job. Yep. Got that from Jake Ducey. Such a true affirmation. I love Jake Ducey. Love his channel. How do you do the work simply to feel? Okay. I think we've done this one. All right. This full moon has had an effect on me. I have little to no energy. I'm an empath, people pleaser. I'm missing a friend who passed away. I'm sure he was present today. Ooh, girl, I don't like talking about death stuff because it triggers me. The full moon has an effect on me. Change that story. I'm full. How about the full moon? It gives you life. The full moon breathes life into you. You have more energy during the full moon than you do the entire month. You have more energy to give. And you're constantly being fulfilled. You're constantly replenishing your own cup. The universe is always giving you options or giving you instances for you to refill your own cup so that you can share it with everybody else. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's harmonious. Start telling it like that. Okay. I am a love magnet. Getting attention from a lot of other guys. And it's a true law. It's working. My hubby still loves me. I know it. Yeah, of course. Your hubby, of course your husband loves you. He can't stop thinking about you. You're his favorite person. How can I shift state so that my SP reflects it? Well, select the state that you want to be in. Select the version of you. Okay, I choose a reality where not only does my person love me and want to be around me, but I am lovable. I am worthy. I choose a reality where I know my worth and I won't stand for anything less from anybody else. Therefore, when you choose a reality where you have this level of treatment and above, what that means is that now you're going to be selecting a version of your SP that only treats you from this level and above. Right now, because you're allowing people to treat you below this or to put you on the back burner or whatever, you're selecting a version or you're allowing it to continue. You keep choosing a version of this person over and over that doesn't value you. So you need to start valuing yourself. You need to set boundaries. You need to have standards for yourself. You need to give yourself the love and the attention and the respect that you want the world to give you in order for your SP to give it to you. What do you think if you dream the exact opposite of what you're trying to manifest? I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, it just, you guys, like, it does not matter. You choose your new reality in every second. So instead of being like, oh no, I had a dream where it was the opposite. That was weird. Dreams are weird. That's it. It doesn't matter. Choose the reality again. That was a weird dream. Good thing I'm a millionaire. That's it. Period. End of story. We don't need to make it so hard. Oh, what a perfect time for me to come back on this message. I'm going to read it one more time. Roxy is a multimillionaire who drives a Lambo and spends her summer in Bahamas. Thank you. Okay. Will unintentionally manifesting the wrong person negatively impact efforts towards manifesting the real SB? No, not at all. Only if you let it. Again, things are only permanent if you decide they are. What you should do instead of unintentionally manifesting the wrong person, say, wow, I can manifest people really easily. This is evidence in the fact that I'm manifesting all kinds of people. This is awesome. This tells me that I'm great at manifesting people, but I still have some sort of block when it comes to the person I like. Do I think they're not good enough for me? Do I think I'm not good enough for them? Do I worry that someone else is better for them out there? Do I worry that they're going to leave me? Do I think people cheat? Look at the underlying issues that you have in relationships, because that's what's going to be manifesting. Can I manifest money in a time crunch like 24 hours, like 200, 120? You absolutely can, but here's the problem. When you're like, I need it in 24 hours, that's pushing it away. Because guess what? If you need it in 24 hours, it's a mirror. You will always be needing it in 24 hours. You need to have it. I got it. Money always comes. It's not a big deal. Money always comes. Money always comes. It's fine. It's coming. Money always comes. Money always comes. It's no big deal. You have to talk yourself. Even if you have to say that all day long, it's fine. Money always comes. It's totally fine. Money always comes. I got it. It's fine. I got it already. The bill's paid. I got it. Woo, thank God I got my money. I got my money. Yes, I got my money. You have to operate from a standpoint of it's already done and we don't question it. And yeah, it's the time frame, the needing in a 24 hours, like I said, that's going to replicate. Thank you, Alpha. Mike, hello from to the UK. I'm seriously introvert, so I can't say people love me because I don't meet people. Well, stop telling that story. You're not introverted. You enjoy meeting new people. You're always meeting people who understand you. You're always being guided to others who you can connect with, who understand that kind of being in a shell type of thing. Because it's not like you don't have amazing things to say or that you're not a great person to be around. You just take a little bit more time to open up, and that's fine. So instead of that, we're going to be saying, I'm comfortable sharing with people. I love the way it feels to be in the presence of somebody who understands me and we understand each other and we can just go back and forth and talk for hours. I love that. Start telling that story. Again, it's the story you're telling, guys. If something does not work the way you like it, change it. Just change the way you talk. Think about it this way. Every topic on the entire planet, whatever, in the entire world is a picture, is a photo. The photo does not change. Companionship is companionship is companionship. Whether you have it or you don't, companionship is companionship. It's the frame you put it in that matters. Do you have it? Do you like it? Do people like you? Do they like to be around you? Is it easy for you to get it? Is it hard? Put it in a frame. Put companionship in a frame of it's easy. I always meet people that are like me. And you don't need to know where they're going to be at. You just need to decide this is the version of me that I choose. I choose somebody who's getting better and better every day at opening up. And I love that. I love the fact that I'm getting better at opening up. I love the fact that I'm always coming into contact with people who understand me. Tell it like that. How do you maintain a mental diet simply to feel good versus, okay, we got this question many times. Okay. Can you manifest a narcissistic man into a loving man and relationship? The good in him shows up very rarely, and I'm in love with that beautiful part of him. Okay, yes, but again, you are holding him in the vibrational pattern that he is a narcissist. And you attracting a narcissist needs to be dealt with within you, because you're going to keep attracting the version of him that is narcissistic and doing those kind of gaslighty, shitty things, I'm just guessing, until you stop being a target for narcissistic people. Narcissistic people, sociopaths, people like that, they can smell it on you a mile away, okay? They know exactly who to pick, who's vulnerable, who needs you, who they're going to be able to put down and keep under their thumb. So you have to change the way that you feel about yourself. You need to have boundaries. You need to understand that not everybody is going to abuse you or hurt you, and that you are worthy of a loving, healthy relationship. And from that point on, that's the reality that you have to continually select over and over and over. When you retell the story about this person, you cannot stop. You can't give any attention to the narcissistic part of him. And this is why it's harder to do things with like toxic people or toxic situations, because the issue within you needs to be like completely dealt with, or you're going to bring it back up, because those things are deep rooted. So yes, it's possible, but it starts with you. Everything starts with you. Like, an affirmation has to feel right. Start with something smaller, like I'm an honest person. People like this quality in a person, or I'm a good listener. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that's. Thank you, Leanne. Selena sending lots of love. Night from London. Oh, thanks, Selena. I watch your videos at work all the time, and thank you for making them and helping us all. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys are here, and I appreciate you spending your night, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is with me. Okay. So after months of no contact, my SP messaged me for the first time in 2 months. I replied, but he has yet to reply. He always watches my WhatsApp status updates. So what? Cool. It's working. It's working. That's all you need to know. It's working. My person loves me. They're thinking about me right now. So what if they don't reply? Maybe they lost their phone. Maybe they dropped it in the toilet. Maybe their card got towed. It doesn't matter. Like, anything can happen at any moment. So instead of being like, why didn't they message me back? Like, cool. We made contact. This is awesome. My world is unfolding exactly the way I want it to. That's what you need to affirm, and not affirm that they're not talking to you, and choosing. And when I say choosing, I mean manifesting and selecting. It's all the same thing. You're choosing with your consciousness the version of them that's not choosing you first. So you need to be putting yourself first. You need to understand your worth. You need to decide whether or not you think they're good enough for you, or you think they're good enough for you know what I'm saying? You guys need to be good enough for each other. All of these little I don't know what your problem, like what your underlying belief is. I can't obviously diagnose that off of text, but something in there is causing a barrier where you are selecting a version of them that is unavailable, or doesn't put you first, or doesn't value you, whatever. I have a video about that, so check that out. When your SP shows hot and cold energy, how do we change that? Again, that's you. That is either you not believing, you doubting, you fearing that they're not good enough, or you're not good enough. You worried that they're going to find someone else. You think that they're going to cheat. You think all people cheat. You think relationships are hard or dishonest. Again, your own beliefs are going to be in there messing things up. That, or you're on your way, but you're going, it's like that turbulent area where you're shifting from one reality to another, and you're not fully allowing yourself to shift. So you're kind of in conflict with each other, going back and forth between yeah, he's mine, it's no problem, I got it, to, well, what if he doesn't? What if this, blah, blah, blah. These things going back and forth are what's going to cause your hot and cold behavior, or your own beliefs getting in the way. Again, I can't say for certain without actually having like a session with you. Excuse me. Okay. I'm dating a new guy, but in the back of my mind, I wanted my ex back, but he's not giving me this attention that this new guy is giving me. Can I still manifest my ex even though I'm dating this new guy? Yes, but your story is going to manifest. So right now, the story you're telling is that you're getting what you want from this one guy, but you're not getting it from your SP. And every time this other guy gives it to you and your SP doesn't, you're reaffirming that. So I would say take your attention away from the two different people and just focus on the energy that you want next to you. Focus on the energy that is going to fill this empty space next to you, which is your most important co-starring role. And affirm, tell yourself all the time that you are in a reality where your person loves you, treats you with respect, always puts you first, puts you on a pedestal, thinks you're the greatest thing since vegan cheese or whatever. And that's the story you got to keep telling. If being with the new guy makes you notice that your SP is not doing what it needs to do, then that's where you're going to run into a problem. I know we shouldn't take any action, but what if you have this urge to knowing it's right? I've been the underdog in this I don't know. Doing self-love and affirmations has built the courage for me to confront my SP. Maybe we shouldn't take any action. First thing about the action thing, I find that phrase really interesting, because some people are like, well, you can't manifest without action, and everything takes action. But it's like, at the same time, like, eating something is action, thinking something is action, intending for something is action. So you're going to be led down the road you need to be on, no matter what, as long as you set your GPS, and then you don't offer a new signal. Like, I'm driving to New York. I'm not going to get out in Nebraska and then stop going to New York. No, I'm getting out in Nebraska. I'm looking around. I'm like, cool, I'm on my way. And I continue to New York. Quit saying you're the underdog. Again, you guys, stop telling these stories of your limitations. You're writing it. So literally don't say that about yourself anymore. I don't really understand how to answer the rest of that. I'm sorry. I hope I got what you need. Okay. My SP and I are back in communication. I am manifesting her back for marriage. Different cultures. My friend had a dream that she saw my SP and I together the same night that I was imagining. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. That means that it's getting out into the rest of your subconscious. You're seeing it reflected back to you. So stay diligent. And then cut out the different cultures. So what? Cut it out. Doesn't matter. That's a limitation, a circumstance that you're creating that does not exist. Okay. Thank you guys so much to my moderators. I love you guys. Okay. I try to leave for the gym to build an even hotter bod while I wait for my SP to declare her undying love. But this lady named Roxy has such engaging answers in her stream that I can't seem to leave. Well, put on some headphones and get on the treadmill and listen while you work out. Okay. I know we shouldn't take any action. Oh, wait, I just answered this. Okay, guys, if you're asking more than once, understand that I have like a shitload of questions. I'm going to them in order. You don't have to ask more than once. Okay. Cancer, cell phone, radiation, and scalar waves of design to that. Okay, perfect society. I'm not here to question. We're not here to debate science. Okay. All right. How can I make my SP feel how I feel? Your SP does feel how you feel. So if your SP is distant or not loving you, not honoring you, guess what? That's a reflection of you. I've done this with my lady cramps this week. We are creators of our own reality. The cat, so funny. We use our own ailments. We can cure our ailments. Absolutely. Let me tell you guys another ailment story. Remember I said I wasn't sure which one I wanted to tell. So I've had this chronic neck injury since I can't even remember. I've had like this thing. I have to take CBD oil every day. I can't wear like racerback bras. I can only wear backpacks with 2 straps because I can't put a lot of weight on my shoulder. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I've had this neck injury for years. It has been a daily thing for me and something that like if I don't take my CBD oil, then I can go like it can be so incapacitating that I literally like I've had to call out from work before when I worked for other people. Ever since I've done this 360 and everything has fallen into place, my neck it's not bad anymore. And I don't know how to say like because with the shingles, I know that I've healed that manifesting because I know I took steps to actually do this. With this neck thing, this has healed itself completely and it still blows my mind. It's still fresh. It's only been a few weeks, but everything falls in line, guys. Once you take this up, I'm telling you, this whole approach, you do it for your entire life. It's not just SP. It's not just this. It's not just that. It's everything. You need to understand you are creating the entire existence of your world. It would not be in place. Your world would not be in place if you were not here to experience it. So you couldn't not be worthy. There's no way that you can't be worthy for the life that you came to experience. Everyone else has their own version of it. That's none of your business. You don't have to worry about them. They're doing their own thing. You need to worry about you and make sure that you're being the right mirror or reflection for the rest of the world to show you exactly what you want. Okay. Because of past experiences with my SP, it's hard for me to believe he wants or loves me. You guys, I can't, yeah. It's not about my looks, but about my personality. How can I love my personality more and believe it and believe he does too? You're awesome. You're amazing. The fact that you're on this thread means that you're interested in cool stuff. You know, like you need to find your list of keeps, okay? So if you were going to switch out all of your characteristics, your personality traits, whatever, there'd be some that you would keep, right? So we start there. You start with your list of keeps, and that's where you start by, I'm freaking awesome to be around. I'm like the best shoulder to cry on. I am so understanding. I'm such a good friend. I love helping other people through their issues. I love the way it feels to see a smile on someone's face who came to me crying. Whatever it is that you find value within yourself, it does not have to be, again, looks. It doesn't have to be anything involved with your relationships with people. It can just be that you make a really good omelet. Whatever it is, you start somewhere and you feed yourself good thoughts. It's like you are making the decision. You're deciding what goes into your mind. You are putting in pennies and you need to be putting in hundreds, okay? So start telling yourself you're awesome. When you look in the mirror, you're giving yourself 5 to 10 compliments every single time, and you're not leaving that mirror until you do that. Every time you think about yourself, you're giving yourself compliments. You need to change the story. You choose this reality. So why are you going to keep choosing a reality where you don't like yourself? When you have the choice, you have the decision, choose one where you like yourself and work on it every day. Every single day, I'm falling more and more in love with myself. Every single day, I find something new about myself that I love. Every single day, I find something else that I can resonate with within me. Tell this new story like that. What's the difference between the universe giving us a sign and our thoughts manifesting? Okay, we already did this one. Again, guys, you don't have to ask twice. I'll see it. Immunize yourself and your family. I don't want to hear this like weird. I don't know whether to report, remove, put user in timeout, or hide the user. And it's not letting, I don't know which one's which. But I don't want to get into weird debates. We're already talking about weird shit. We're here to help people understand their underlying issues. That's it. If you don't like it, you don't have to be on the live stream at all. Like, you literally can just not watch it. Okay. All right. Gossip girl. Okay. All right. Everyone written aha moments. That's good. What to do when I visualize about me and SP, but the third party pops up instead of me? I do visualize in first person view, but somehow she pops into my scene. I immediately stop and want to get rid of her. I want you to, you want to stop watering that plant. If she pops up, cut that visualization, and maybe try to find a new one. Maybe think of something else. Maybe don't use visualization until you get a handle on it, and just use affirmations like, my person only has eyes for me, only has eyes for me. He loves me. I'm his favorite person in the world. I'm the only person that fulfills him. No one else gives him what I do. Tell this story about how you are uniquely, a match for him, and he sees it. Sorry, I'm assuming that's a male. I apologize if it's not. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Dang scrolling, you guys. Okay. Where were we? When your SP, okay, we already did that one. Yeah, I saw that 111 people. That's fun. Okay. Do you think it's better to be more general about manifesting a person, like instead of manifesting an SP because there's too much bad feelings or resentment? Can I focus on what qualities I want and deserve? Yes, exactly. Exactly. If you're having issues with an SP, things are coming up and blocking it. Again, it's not that person you want. It's the feelings that you get, or the feelings that you want to create or recreate in your life. That's what you're after. So yeah, recreate the feelings. When you decide that there's someone next to you that treats you like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, this is my check boxes. This is what I expect. This is what I deserve. I have my bottom rung. I won't allow people to treat me anything from below this. And I'm creating this amazing space next to me, and someone's there and they love me and they love being around me. You're creating a vacuum. You're creating a void. And so the universe has to fill that. But if you're narrowing it down to an SP that you have issues about, you have limiting beliefs about, you're going to cause friction and hiccups in that process. Oh, I didn't read the rest of the question. Yeah. You don't have to be specific. Definitely it's the feelings that manifest. It's the experience that you want to have. It's the qualities of the relationship that you're looking for, not the specific person. My SP and I are friends now. He makes me feel like he only sees me as a friend. We're long distance and we're back then too, but I'd be in a city for months at a time. And I want to manifest this again. Yeah, so don't let them have power. They don't have power. It's your decision. You tell the story that they want to be with you. You don't doubt it, and you stick to that story. They love you. They love being in a romantic relationship with you. They're always thinking about you in naughty ways, or they always see you as a long-term partner. Like, you, again, just tell the story the way you want it to, and then don't, even if they call you up and say, I just want to be friends, you're just like, okay, that's fun. All right. Not in my reality, but okay, whatever you got to say. And then you persist. In your mind, you're like, okay, whatever, that's fine. We're together, but say whatever you want to say. You silly Sally. Such a comedian. How can I change something physical about me without getting stuck in the past? Well, yeah, there is no past. You just keep looking forward. You keep affirming that you are the version of you that you want. So I am this, I am this, I am this, I'm beautiful, I'm awesome, I do this, I do these things. People love me because of this reason. You have to just tell the story, and you can't, like, how do I say this without limiting myself? I don't even want to speak it into existence, but let's just say I'm still on my road to becoming a millionaire. Do you think I don't tell myself I'm a millionaire every day because I don't see it yet? Absolutely not. I will continue to tell myself that I'm a millionaire until that day, and then I'm a multimillionaire from that point forward. Actually, fuck that. I'm a multimillionaire now. So it's all, do you see how this is all the same answer? Every answer is the same. Every single answer is the same. All of your questions and all your answers are the same. You persist in your new reality, and you do not let the 3D world tell you what your life is. No, who cares what this thinks? Who cares? This is a reflection. This is a reflection of you. This is a past manifestation in your physical world. Do not allow it to continue to create your future. Recording yourself is supposed to be one of the best ways to reprogram. Yeah, I haven't done that, but I need to. I just don't have any dang time. Okay. Yeah, record. I don't know what she's asking. What keep telling about? Do you have to visualize? Because I have heard that your subconscious mind only sees pictures. I don't like that term. I've heard that too, and I'm not going to say where I've heard it from, but I don't like that because I feel that's limiting. That is assuming that all pictures are the same and that reality is just reality. So I say your subconscious only sees what you feed it, not in pictures, because what is a picture? It's just energy in the frequency that we can perceive with our eyes and our ears. Well, man, me and my cousin Eric just had such a good conversation earlier before I got on this live. We were talking about how the fact that, and this is a quantum physics thing, when things are physical, you call it a particle. When it's energetic, you call it a wave. And everything is both a particle and a wave. Every subject is either the absence or the presence of it in any moment. So, and let me get back on track with what I was talking about. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, only see pictures. So pictures, that's particle. That's what you can perceive with your human eyes. It's in a frequency that we can perceive. We are like collapsing the moment and making it a particle or a thing or this 3D, what we think is real, by our expectations of how it shows up. So when you're thinking of a picture, all you're thinking about is the particle version of that thing in the frequency that you can understand. When you close your eyes, everything you see turns to wave. Everything in your reality turns to wave. It's no longer a particle. In your eyes, behind your closed eyes, it's now a wave. So in reality, you're not even really sending pictures, because what is a picture? A picture is just the particle, the particle version of the wave in this reality that we can perceive. So I would say more the subconscious mind reacts to repetition. It reacts to things like certainty. When you know something, there's no question about it. There's no question. That's just what it is. That's how it manifests. With repetition, you're telling yourself something over and over and over and over and over and over and over until the subconscious is like, okay, this is how it is. And yes, with pictures, but it's like all those things. So don't limit yourself by thinking it's just pictures. I don't subscribe to that, and I think it's kind of limiting to believe that personally. Okay. If my SP and I are friends, I just read that one. So I thought things were working at getting my SP back on Sunday. Got it. Okay, here we go again. Pamela, I love you, but I almost don't even want to read your thing because it's the same thing over and over. I thought things were working on getting my SP back. On Sunday, I got an email where he said, I think it's best for now that we don't talk to one another unless I can't read it. Listen, stop. It doesn't matter what they say. They could come to you in your face and say, I don't want to be with you ever again. Don't talk to me. And you in your mind are like, yeah, haha. That's funny because we're actually together. You have to persist. They do not have creative control in your world, period. Nobody does except for you. So you are going to continue to create a reality where that is true just by the fact that you just typed it out. You spent 3 messages typing out that story when you shouldn't have even given it any energy at all. Sorry, I can't. I hate repeating myself. And it's funny because like that, I feel like that's my job. So I need to get better at it. But you guys see, I get fired up because I'm like, big sis. I'm like, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get this, but I'm telling you guys the same things over and over and over. And you all are just asking the same question with different words. And then I'm giving you the same answer over and over. Okay. Can you use another tool that is as strong as visualization, or the subconscious mind only seeing? Yeah, we just answered that. Okay. How do you manifest your SP quickly? Stop needing it so quickly. You need to be okay with you. And the fact that it needs to happen quickly shows that you're not okay with yourself and the status quo. The version of you that's in a loving, mutually respectful relationship with them is not worried about them, is not thinking where they are, is not trying to get them fast. That version of you is living and chilling in their life because everything is good. So that's how you need to behave. How are we creating a problem with an SP before they do it? Your assumptions and beliefs and expectations of how people should show up in your world and how they should behave and how they should treat you is going to manifest. Whether or not you do it, you think of it deliberately, it's just an underlying belief that kind of sits there and says, okay, people can only treat me in this square of like behavior or acceptance. This is the only way that I'm allowed to be treated. And even though you're not consciously thinking of that all the time, the fact that it exists is just going to manifest in your life. What can be done if my specific person is in a polyamory circle? I want to be in it again. I haven't seen her for almost 7 months now, and I have been neutral, not feeling needy, and I feel good. Just intend that you're part of it. We're back in the polyamory circle. Okay, better start waxing and going to the gym because people are going to be seeing us naked or whatever. You need to get into the mind frame of the version of you that's in that group and is like in, again, you have to be the version of you that is that version. So that version of you is not questioning. That version of you is seeing your SP. They're feeling really good about that person. They're feeling really good about themselves because they have like new exciting things happening. You need to shift into that mind frame. Like, okay, for example, Friday is my birthday. I'm going to Disneyland. Once you buy your tickets for Disneyland, your thought process shifts from I want to go to Disneyland to, okay, what am I going to wear? What shoes are going to be the best? Do I need to wear sunscreen? Should I get the fast pass? You see how it changes. Now I am thinking like the version of me that's at Disneyland instead of thinking of the version of me that wants to go, which is a completely different emotion. How do I know if I planted the seed? You planted it. You just need to stay consistent and not let any evidence of the contrary affect you because it does not have to. Nothing affects you unless you let it. Hi, Lioness. Glad you're here. All right. You guys are funny. I don't know what's going on in these deleted comments, but again, thank you to my moderators. I love you guys so much. Thank you. If we go general and not do an SP, does that mean we won't be with the SP? Then how does law of attraction work on SPs? It's so funny how these questions just feed into each other. It's kind of the same thing with Myra asking, how do I know if I planted the seed? Listen, we know you want your SP. We know who you want. You can't shut up about it, okay? We know that you want that. That's fine. Your request has been sent. Stop sending the request. It's like you're hitting their friend request button over and over and over. They haven't accepted it yet. Let me send it again. They haven't accepted it yet. Let me send it again. No, you already sent the friend request. Now you just chill. Now you're fine with whatever the status quo is because the version of you that got that friend request accepted is fine. They're not stressed about it. They're not worried about it. So if you go general and not do the SP, again, we know that you want the SP. Now you need to work on being the version of you that your SP wants to be in a relationship with. You need to work on you being the version of you that is lovable and proud and knows their worth and is not going to manifest more doubts and insecurities, which could lead to your person leaving you, cheating on you, finding someone else, etc. You need to be okay with you because if you don't address these feelings before you manifest your person, they're going to show up in your relationship and push the person away. Okay, my SP is a different religion, is not ready for marriage. He says he can't marry me due to the religious differences. How do I manifest marriage with this guy? I know he loves me. Marriage and religion are limitations and circumstances that you are keeping in place by your belief that they are there. Stop giving them life. Stop telling the story about them. Start telling the story of how your person loves you and you have this amazing whirlwind romantic story about how you defied all odds and found each other star-crossed lover shit. Tell a new story, guys. It's your story. You're writing every single letter of it. So don't let the story tell itself. God always wakes away from me. The universe conspires to support me. Exactly. Even if it's that vague, even if it's just the universe has my back, it's all working out. It's fine. Because because you have put out your desires to the universe, because we know that you want your SP, if you just feel okay, I am fine. Everything is working out fine. Everything is working out. It's all good. The universe can only bring you things that make you feel all good. So I can't stress it enough, guys. When you do this all the way around in your whole life and you focus this outward and not just, inward and not just like onto this one person, everything falls into place. Because I can guarantee you, if you're having issues with your relationship that is this bad, it's manifesting in other areas of your life, not just your relationship. Okay. So that's why you need to get a hold of everything and then everything works out. Okay. When you get negative results, it's because you manifest. It's just focus on positive. Thank you, Tammy. Exactly. What do I think of tarot? Tarot reads your current energy. And I think if you use it as a way to figure out what's going on within you, if you can't get clear on like what your energy is saying to you or what's happening with you, then it's a great way to kind of get clear. But I don't think that it's a good thing to use as far as like fortune telling or like, how is this going to work out? What's my future? Like, because it's only reading your current energy. And the second you change your trajectory, the second you decide, oh, actually, I'm going to stop being a wiener about things and just declare that my life is working out the way it is, then you have new energy and your cards can say something else. So I would say if you want to use it as a diagnostic tool, that's fine, but don't put all your eggs into one basket. Don't feel like the cards dictate what's going to happen to you because you can change it in any moment. If you want to recreate a person, how do you visualize that? Like if I see this person, see this SP in my imagination, does that scene going to happen only once, or does the person going to change forever the way I see him? So once you select the new version of them, once you're like, okay, I accept only respect, love, dedication. I need to be put first. I need to be put on a pedestal. I need to be the most important person in your world. Therefore, I need to be the most important person in my world. Once you set that boundary and that, like, again, that's your bottom rung. So there's nothing below that. Nobody can come into your reality that treats you anything lower than that. And if they do, okay. It's just like a stranger walking by you. Well, okay, I don't care. Nothing to do with me. Let me keep moving on my path. So I'm rereading the question. I always get sidetracked. No, so if you recreate the scene, the only way it's going to go back is if you start doubting whether or not you can do it. You start doubting whether or not it's possible, whether you're good enough, or you start adhering to the 3D world. Like if they don't show up right away the way that you expect them, which happens to most people, if you don't take that time to reaffirm your new reality and you're like, oh no, he doesn't like me, that's where you're going to see the issue. That's when he's going to go back the way he was. But if you keep seeing him as that version of him, then you are selecting a new reality in every single moment. So keep selecting the reality where he treats you great. Keep selecting the reality where he respects you. And that's it. Hi, babe. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay. Do you think that there's something meant to be, or that you can decide whatever happens in your life? Lots of love from Latin America. Do you think there's something meant to be? I do. Listen, I think that I choose to believe that we come here as a choice. I believe that Earth is a school. I believe that we're here to learn, grow, and experience. And just like, in all the religions tell us we are an extension of God, or I'm not even religious. This is just like what these books have been telling us for thousands of years. The Bible is literally like a manifestation manual. So they've been telling us for years that we're made in the image of our God. We are an extension of God. Therefore, we have the power of God. So see this, I get so distracted. Oh yeah, something meant to be. So I do believe that we choose to come here. Our souls choose to come here with an agenda. And we know what body we're going to be born into. We know what family we're going to be born into. We kind of have an idea of what we're trying to transcend, because everybody starts out where they start out, and then you grow to whatever heights you grow to. I think the evidence for the fact that we come here with a plan is the fact that when you have a passion, a lot of us have a passion that we're good at. So when you're really good at something that you could do for hours and no one would have to pay you for, and you could do it for days without sleeping, that to me says you are meant to do that, which means at some point you had to come here, like with that notion, that knowing, like I've always known I was a singer, a musician, and I have the talent for it. I've always been somebody that counseled my friends and talked to people and helped them through it. And I have a passion for it. So therefore, I know that these things are meant for me in some way, because these are the only things that I could do for the rest of my life that no one would have to pay me for, and I would still feel fulfilled. So if there's things in your life that you're naturally drawn to, I say definitely go towards them, because I do believe that there's some sort of preconceived something before we come here. But how we choose, if we choose to explore that, or even me, I didn't even realize I was heading down this road, and yet here I am, and everything kind of like that I ever did in my life led me to this very moment. Yay, Angie, so glad you're here. Thank you. Can you explain how to reconcile giving unconditional love, i.e. expecting nothing in return, and then also setting standards? I don't get it. Well, you're not getting nothing in return. You're getting love. You give love, you get it. You can't, it's a mirror. Everything you give to another person, you give to yourself. Everything that you give to other people has to start here first. So if you're giving yourself love, you're putting love out and you're getting love. You're not getting nothing. You're getting love. So you can't give unconditional love and not get anything in return unless you have the belief where people never return the love. I'm always giving and no one loves me. I'm always giving and no one reciprocates. If that's the case, then you need to cut that out because it's not true. It's not a real thing. You're just keeping yourself in that pattern by adhering to that story, and understand that giving love means you get love. Giving is getting. It's again, everything is the absence of or the presence of it. So the fact that you give love means that you have love. You have love to give. It's the same thing. So you set a standard. I only give love. I only give unconditional love, and I give it to myself, and the rest of the world gives it to me. So I think the last part of the Pamela story regarding the boomerang effect is worth discussing. Okay, let me scroll back up because I didn't see that. What did she say? I'm concerned that I was trying too hard to get rid of the best friend and that it boomeranged onto me. You were trying too hard to get rid of his best friend that boomeranged onto me. That's just exactly what I just said. You can't give to someone else without giving to yourself first. So anybody that, okay, if you're trying to get rid of a third party and you're trying to do it by like doing something mean to them or like saying that they're like, oh, they can't stand them. Guess what? Now they can't stand you. It starts here first, guys. Everything in your life is a mirror. So look at it. Look at what's reflecting back to you. Okay. I have a picture of my SP as my lock screen. Every time I look at it, I just feel loved. So weird, but I like sharing. As long as it doesn't make you feel, as long as you don't look at it, feel loved, and then say, but he's really not with me. That's the problem. It's the but. So make sure you're not getting put a period on that sentence and not a comma. Facts. People create self-fulfilling prophecy with their inner talk. Exactly, girl. This is honestly, my whole job is like catching your self-talk and flipping them, because you don't realize the things that you're telling yourself and you're keeping yourself corralled in these pens. Thanks, Rosanna. I appreciate it. At the moment, no, forever. Just kidding. Okay. Because you understand so much better. You're so sweet. Okay. Oh, shit. We lost the scroll again. Okay, here we go. Happy early birthday. Thanks, babe. Friday. I'm excited. Okay. Julianne says, I want my ex back. He sometimes says hi once in a while, but I don't want him to think I am too needy, so I act cold whenever he messages or calls me. Am I doing the right thing? As a fellow cold girl, I'm going to say yes. It's hard to say. Listen, you are a filet. Do not treat yourself like a Taco Bell quesadilla, okay? You need to be expensive. You need to be rare. You need to be important. You need to be the number one priority. And you need to know that people need to treat you as such, and because you treat yourself as such. So if this is a person that like, if he's just being nice and talking to you and, you know, trying to carry on a conversation, absolutely talk to him and be open and stuff, and be open to that sharing of information. But if it's like he's messaging you at 2 a.m. or he wants you to come like over after he goes out or when he's not with his friends or something like that, then definitely give him the cold shoulder, because you need to be establishing your worth and the fact that, again, you're not a second choice. You're not a fallback crutch. Your first choice, your number one priority. And if he can't treat you like that, that's fine. He doesn't need to be in your life then. Someone else is going to come along just because you are stating that that's your reality. People always treat me with respect. I'm always finding people who love me and put me on a pedestal. They put me on a pedestal. They think I'm amazing. Okay. When you're letting go, can you still live in the end or not? Yeah. Okay. Because letting go is not letting go of the desire. Letting go is the letting go of the neediness. You're letting go of needing it to happen. When you need something, you're communicating that you don't have it. A need is a strong feeling of lack. Okay. So instead of needing it, you're fine without it. I'm living in the end. I already have it. It's not an issue. I'm letting go of my need for it. It's not that I don't desire it. Yeah, I love it. It's great. But it's not something that's consuming me all the time because I already have it. I don't need to worry about it. Thinking of baking a vegan confetti cake. Please do. The confetti cake packages that we have around here, they all have milk or eggs in them. So send me some vegan confetti cake, please. Okay. Jayla, love the realness. Thanks, babe. The good news is I believe my SP is mine. Good. No doubt, no circumstances. Working at blasting limiting beliefs. I like the way you talk. I'm stepping in full empowerment. What are some suggestions for letting go? God, it's so weird how these questions just fall into each other. You just need to listen. You are awesome. You are the prize. You are the gem of your reality, not them. They don't matter. They are nothing. Okay. They're literally nothing. They're a blob of energy that you're giving a name. You're deciding it's a person and you're allowing it to take up all of your attention and you're giving it your co-star role. Okay. That needs to stop. That energy needs to stop. You need to be focusing on how this is an A-list celebrity. This is the number one. And we're being Angelina. We're not worried about, oh, I was just going to say something mean. Okay, never mind. Let's cut that back out. We're the A-list person. We need to not worry about the rest of the cast so much. We need to make sure that the person directing the show and starring in it is doing okay. And then the rest of the cast can kind of be filled in after, you know, the number one role is set. So yeah, so the suggestions for letting go. Telling yourself that you're awesome, reminding yourself that you're the power, manifesting small things in the meantime to get your mind off of the SP, working on your power in a 360 view, using it for your entire life, not just your love life. It's everything. Your life is not just your SP. Think about what you think about in a day. You could be thinking about your SP for 5 minutes. Then you're thinking about you have to get an oil change. Then you're thinking about your haircut and how you hate your bangs. And now you're hungry and you're like, man, I should have brought that power bar. Your life is so many things. It's all encompassing. They all weave in and out of each other. So for you to use your infinite power just on your SP, you're extremely limiting yourself. Again, we work on the whole thing. We work on the engine room. We work on the source. You wouldn't, if your car was breaking down, you wouldn't just throw on new tires and expect it to work. You work on the engine. And then once the car's running, now we can worry about the tires. P.S. Your SP is the tires, okay? You wish you had your voice in my mind. If you listen long enough, you will, because I used to work out to Jillian Michaels like every single day for months, and I still hear her when I work out. I still hear, even when I not work out, I hear her in my head. So just keep watching my video. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay. I didn't give my reality any energy, even if the negative thoughts come up, I change them in that moment. Yep. Nothing has changed in my 3D world yet, but I stay persistent with affirmations and scripting. Yes. You're almost there, except cut out the sentence about nothing changing your 3D world. Not true. Things are happening. They're behind the scenes. Maybe you don't see them yet, but they're happening. So why don't we need to worry about them? It's already happening. You're good. You know that you've got it under control. So cut out that little middle, that caveat. Cut out the but, okay? The buts kill us, guys. Hi, Amit. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Okay. SP asked if I wanted to hang out sometime, and I haven't heard from him since that. Over a week ago, haven't reached out to him. What should I do internally? Start being your own number one fan. Start understanding that, like, okay, cool, they asked me to hang out. That's awesome. Now I need to start thinking like somebody that is hanging out with the person I want to be with. What am I going to wear? Do I need to get a haircut? Like, am I okay internally? When I show up on this date, am I going to be the best version of me? Am I showing up as a 10, which is going to make everything great? Or am I showing up as a 3? Look internally, work on you, work on what you're bringing to the world, because the SP part, again, that's your tires on your car, and your engine needs attention. So let the tires do what they do. Let them roll around. Let them keep rolling. They're fine. They're there. They're not going anywhere. Let's work on the engine room. Let's figure out what's going on internally that is keeping us separated from this person. Why are we feeling like we're not good enough? Why are we selecting people who are emotionally unavailable? Why do we feel like they're not good enough for us? Why do we feel like men don't pay attention to us? Whatever. Again, these are your limiting beliefs. You're going to have to dig and figure out what's going on there and then replace that with a new belief. 3:15 a.m. in India. Well, I appreciate you being here at this late at night. Thanks, guys, so much. Oh, and 8:45 in Australia. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Comes quite different from, I need to take some to drink some. My throat's dry. Also going to take this moment to let you know that you can sign up for one-on-one coaching if you want to address your specific limiting beliefs and figure out exactly what is in the way of you and your manifestation. I will help you figure that out. Hello, Colombia. Wondering about attracting an SP who is famous. Okay, so fame is a circumstance. Fame is a construct in your mind that does not exist. So think of it just as the universe's way of letting you know that this person exists. We want to not put them on a pedestal. We want to not make them feel like they're far away from us or that they're hard to attain. We need to not entertain the fact that they don't know who we are. They might live in another city. That does not matter. Energy is energy, and all energy is everywhere. It's all in all places at once at all times. Everything is all within your reach in all moments. So we need to start. It's hard to say because I don't know, what your personal beliefs are, but definitely understanding that you can manifest them no matter what. Fame is nothing. That's just like they have brown hair. It does not matter. It's just a circumstance. And that you're good enough and you're a great option for them, and people love being around you, and you're magnetic, and people always tell you that you're the perfect version for this type of person, whatever. You want to just start telling the story of you, the version of you who this person wants to be with, or who anybody would want to be with. And also, look at what it is that you're wanting from that person. Sometimes it's not just the relationship that we want with this person, but it's almost like we kind of want to be them, or we like the energy that they embody. And so we're attracted to that in some way. So look at the energy you're trying to embody, and then, or that you want from them, or that you like from them. Start giving yourself that, start telling yourself that you are that, start drumming that up within yourself, and then take them off the pedestal and understand that you can have anybody that you want, as long as you remain there. I've manifested famous people before too. So it's possible. How can I detach from my fam? They treat me bad and I don't feel the need to change them. I just don't want to feel something for them anymore. Oof. Okay. That's a hard one, because I don't want to feel something for them anymore. I just want them gone. It's almost like there's so much emotion there. There's so much baggage. There's so much hurt that you need to just start telling the story that your family's cool. They got their own agenda, but that's cool. You understand each other. Paths don't necessarily intersect, but that's totally fine because you respect each other as people. My video coming out tomorrow is about negative people in your life. So make sure you stay tuned to that. Check that out tomorrow. But you are continuing to hold them in this pattern. And I know it feels like they act a certain way, so it makes you feel a certain way. But at this point, you have created this kind of like storm, and not a storm, but you created the parameters within which your family operates. So until you start telling the story and then never deterring from the fact that they're cool, they respect you, they love the fact that you're on your own. They love the fact that you're a little bit different than them. They love hearing your ideas because they're so different from their own, and they love to uncover new information. Whatever that looks like to you, again, you have to change the story you're telling in order for it to be changed in your 3D world. And then most importantly, you need to stay there. Even if they're screaming in your face, watch my video tomorrow, I'll have more about this in detail. But even if they're screaming some crazy stuff in your face, you treat them like a drunk friend. You placate them. You're just like stroking their hair like, okay, crazy person. Yep, you're right. Yep, you're right. They shouldn't have done that to you. You're so right. You're right. And in your mind, you're like, whatever makes you sleep at night, let me get you home to bed. Like, that's how you need to think of, you need to approach people that are telling you something in your face or treating you a way that does not align with what you want. Just think of them like a drunk friend. You're just like, oh, okay, crazy girl. Like that kind of it just can't affect you. It's just funny. You're like, oh, that's weird. Okay. Hi, Roxy. In my 3D reality, if he is super angry with me, what should I do to get out of that? Change the story. Once you use past revision, rewrite. Oh, I missed the first half of that one. Okay. Rewrite how it goes. Rewrite the fight or whatever caused him to be angry. Go in your mind and visualize it going a completely different way. Visualize him saying, I'm so happy to be with you. I love you. I love communicating with you. We always have such a good time together. Change the story, rewrite it, play it in your mind going a different way. And then again, you have to stay there from that point on. You have to continuously choose that reality. You cannot go back. My SP lives in another country now. That doesn't matter. But I know he still cares about me because he always asks about me. How can I get him to call me constantly and want me back instead of the other way around? Affirm that he does. He's always calling you. He's always thinking about you. He's always wondering what time it is where you are because he doesn't want to wake you up and he doesn't want to call you too late. Change the story. Change the way you're talking about it. Change the frame. So you have your SP. Right now you're putting him in the frame of he's far away. He doesn't contact me. I don't know what's going on with him. You are creating a barrier. So you have something going on within you that's not allowing love to get close to you. You're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of being left. You're afraid of the other shoe dropping. Something like that might be going on with you. Again, I don't know your specific issue, but that's generally what it is. And yeah, affirm that he's always thinking about you. He always wants to call you. He's always ready to call you. He can't wait to tell you about his day, whatever. Tell that story and stop saying that he doesn't call you anymore. Would I be your Christmas gift this year? If you like videos on YouTube, then yeah, go ahead, go nuts. All right. Okay, let's see. Advance. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Thank you for opening up my mind, helping me be a better version of myself through your videos and live stream. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Okay, ready. When people ask to move on because this particular person has always been toxic, it contradicts with the idea of creating reality. Yeah, it does. That's exactly my point. You're creating it at all moments. So stop choosing a version of them that treats you like shit. But that starts with not treating yourself like shit. Yep, we're still going. We're always what time is it? 2? Oh yeah, it's early for Roxy Talks for Mindset Monday. Okay. Oh, it's late at night in London, about to be midnight. Oh, I guess it's past midnight. That was a while ago. Okay. Coming off as hard on ourselves usually makes it hard. Yeah, I mean, that's another one of those where the question's in the answer's in the question. It's hard on yourself because you're making it hard, and it's hard because you're hard on yourself. Vice versa. It's a chicken and the egg at the same time. Thank you for totally on the SP being one component. I was referring to letting go of limiting beliefs. Oh, okay, gotcha. Letting go of limiting beliefs. Letting go of limiting beliefs. That part is about catching them in the moment. First, well, there's a few things you can do. First, if you kind of know where your issues might be starting, you can kind of start digging there and start like, well, why am I having issues with people being not available to me? Why do I keep attracting people who are emotionally unavailable? Am I afraid of being hurt? Do I think I'm not good enough? Am I worried they're going to cheat? Start digging and figuring out, like, why do I have this idea? Because I know it's not true. I know that I'm holding it in place. So what in me is causing this to manifest over and over? Yeah. So once you start digging and then you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe my dad cheated on my mom. And now I saw that breakdown and I just don't want to experience that myself. So now I'm not really allowing anybody in. Well, from that point on, we start telling ourselves that, hey, not every relationship ends in cheating. We know that. We know that for a fact that not everybody's a cheater. Okay, great. So I'm going to continue to choose a reality where people always respect me. People are always honest and loyal. You want to find these beliefs where they lie and then reframe them. Change them to the positive affirmation version of them and then drill them in. Anytime they pop up, you redirect it to the new affirmation version of it. And then you also insert the new beliefs during your downtime, when you're washing your hair, when you're driving, you're making coffee, when you're working out, when your conscious mind is checked out, you put those thoughts in on purpose. You make yourself think positive expectancy thoughts on purpose during the times, I call it when it matters and when it doesn't matter, which means when it matters, when you're spiraling out of control, when you're having negative thoughts, definitely you need to deploy them, then the new beliefs. And then when it doesn't matter means when your mind is just checked out and you're not really thinking about anything, now you can put in your new thoughts and start daydreaming on the stuff that you want to experience. So that's how you're going to change your beliefs. Who said Claudio Sanchez? Now I have to say your name. Okay, Ben Dover said Claudio Sanchez. You must watch my videos because you know. All right, that's one of the celebrities I've manifested. He loves me. We're best friends. Okay, let's see. Thank you very much. I did manifest an answer from you so I can manifest anything I want. Absolutely, girl. Seriously, get that shit out of your nose. Get out of here, B Fields. Why are you even here? Don't you have other stuff to do? Okay. Consciousness is the only reality. Okay, see, here's where it gets weird. Everything exists everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Yeah, your consciousness is your reality, but at the same time, there's other realities where I'm not conscious, or at least this me isn't conscious. You know what I mean? When I'm thinking of someone else trying to manifest me, for example, this version of me is not happening. You're not manifesting me. So like, but the other versions of me, I don't have consciousness. Maybe I do have consciousness over there, but I'm only here. So it is really weird. This is where it gets weird. My SP got married. I told him, who cares? You'll be back because I'm perfect. I'm a goddess. Yep, that's exactly the way you want to look at it. And then just cut out the SP got married part. You're a goddess. People are hanging off your every word. They kiss the ground you walk on. How is a person us pushed out if we're not like them? Example, a liar and an honest person. Well, that's so funny that you say that, because I used to have this belief. I used to attract pathological liars, and I didn't understand it because I am like honest to a fault. If you guys can't tell, like I don't sugarcoat. I don't like to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is and whatever it is, because I don't like to waste time and mince words. So it's so weird. I was just thinking about this yesterday. I used to attract pathological liars all the time in my life. And I'm like, how am I so brutally honest? And yet I'm attracting these lying people. It didn't make sense to me. But somewhere you're going to have some sort of belief, or maybe you encountered somebody that did lie to you, or at some point you were offering a vibration that you have forgotten about, and now it's alive within you. You offered it once, it showed up, you reacted, and now it's a belief in you. Now I attract liars. Why do I attract liars? I'm honest. I don't understand. I'm so honest. Why do these liars keep coming around? That's gaining momentum. So you just need to intend. I always find them, everybody I know is like super honest. It's crazy. Like I'm honest and everybody I talk to is honest. And we just love the feeling of honest communication back and forth. No one worries about anybody's feelings being hurt because we just share it honestly with each other. Again, change the story. It doesn't have to continue to happen. I used to wonder how and when my SP and I would be back together. Now I just know it will happen in perfect timing, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds, like a delicious surprise. Exactly. It's once you get hooked on like seeing things unfold in like the cool ways that like this thread and this thread and this thread and this thread, and all of a sudden you have this beautiful shirt you didn't even know that you were knitting together. It's fun. Yeah, get excited about the unfolding process, because that's where the joy of life is. That's the joy of living life. That's where you need to be. When we're focused on these things that we want, and this person and this person and this person, oftentimes we're missing just enjoying being a person and just enjoying the things that we have been manifesting for ourselves. Just an aha moment. I know why I used to find it hard to stay in a relationship. I have no problem getting who I want, but it didn't used to end well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you have fears about it breaking up, that also is going to manifest, not just, fears of the relationship itself, fears of how it goes once you're in the relationship. And those things will continue to manifest again until you deal with them. Giselle says it's currently 07 a.m. I don't even know how to read that because I have the 12-hour time, whatever that's called, standard time. I don't know. In South Africa, but I'm persisting to stay awake because I love the advice you're giving out. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you being awake and being here. Going to bed with this stuff in your mind will help. Julianne says, I'm just enjoying my time with this guy while waiting on my SP to get his senses back together with me. Is that a bad thing? I would say cut out the thing. I'm waiting till he gets his senses back together. It needs to be, he's finding himself, and I love it. We're both finding each other, and it's amazing. We're just becoming the best versions of ourselves for each other. Tell it like that instead of this like he has to get over this hump thing, because that's your hump that you're trying to get over. So declare that it's already, the hump's gone. And then, yeah, don't allow the working or the being with this other person to affect you. Sorry. How do I? Okay. We're so weird. Okay. Yeah, stop using the language about getting back together. You're already together, or at least you're already the version of you both that you need to be to work together. And take the time out, take the like getting there part of it. Just declare that you are that, and then live as that. I am this version. I am the best possible version of me. I am the version of me that is in a loving and perfect relationship, and just be that. Declare over and over. It doesn't have to be specific. Can I manifest someone who looks like me as a romantic partner? Oh, like you want someone that looks like you? Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, it's so funny. I keep meeting all these sexy people who look just like me. Oh my God. It's almost like I'm in love with myself. I'm okay with that. That's fine. It's your world created exactly how you want it to. Thank you. Nina, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right, but thank you. I appreciate you complimenting my septum. I honestly don't care what people think about it. If I did, I probably wouldn't have it. I don't care. I don't care what people say about me. People have been talking shit about me my whole life. I have a very thick skin to the bottom. Okay, getting to the deep inner work done helps quite a lot. Yes, it does. That's because that's where the issues lie. Like the majority of your issues are not on the surface, because if they were, you'd be able to easily deal with them. It's these things that are underlying that you don't realize you've been adhering to and telling yourself your entire life. Those are what cause the problems in your relationships and everywhere. Jeffrey Miller Jr. wants to see my P and T's. Yes, I'm just going to bust them out on YouTube. Come on. I know I shouldn't give it attention, but sometimes it's just funny. Thank you for allowing me to have a funny little moment. The cause of the breakup is because of a lie that isn't even directed to my SP. She assumed that I would repeat that wrongdoing. You're letting her have power. I won't, as I learn my lesson, circumstances don't matter. Yeah, don't allow her to have power. She doesn't have power. It's all your decision. She's behaving in a way that is reflected of your expectations of her. Trying to manifest my SP, but another guy asked me out. Would going out with him affect my SP manifestation? Only if it makes you notice the absence of your person. If it makes you just drum up the feelings of being loved and being in a loving relationship and being respected, then that's fine. But if it causes you to think about your other person in a negative or absent way or needy way, then I would avoid it. All right, I'm just reading some of these comments. Hi, Roxy, I got ghosted. Should I revise the story and make it so that it never happened? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Or, I mean, you can, it's your decision. So you can write it from, revise it like they never ghosted you. They're still talking to you. It's no big deal. Maybe they're on vacation, because you never know what happened again. Like maybe a gorilla took their phone from the zoo and they haven't had a chance to get a new one. And then, man, this soda is loud. Okay. What were we talking about? I get so distracted. Oh yeah, can we make it so it never happened? Yeah, revise it so that it never happened. Revise it to where, even maybe revise any text that says, hey, I'm not gonna have my phone for a few weeks. Just wanted to let you know, so you know that I still care and I'm still here or whatever. And then, so you can revise it from the past. Then from going forward, just operate from the standpoint that, yeah, that's fine. Maybe they did contact you. That's okay. You're not even questioning it. They're doing something else. They're really busy. They went to Antarctica for a while and they don't have cell phone service. Whatever makes you, honestly, whatever helps you sleep at night is really all that matters. It's because it's your own feelings and perceptions. So if you tell yourself, I'm not worried about it. They love me. They always love talking to me. I'm the first person they think about when they wake up in the morning and the last person they think about when they go to bed. And that's it. You don't have to tell any other story as long as you can stay persistent in that one. I have negative friends who always complain about men being bad and stuff like that. It really weighs me down. So should I not hang out with them as much? Actually, I have a video about that coming out tomorrow. So, not that I don't want to get into it, but I already speak at length about it tomorrow. Basically, yeah, you want to treat your friends like that. If you have to be around them and if you have to listen to them talk like that, treat them like a drug friend, where you're just like, you're mentally checked out. You're letting them say whatever they want because it's better. It's easier to just let them play out whatever they're doing than to try to get involved and stop it. So you just let them do it. In your mind, you're like, oh, that's so funny that they're telling the story, because men are great. Men are awesome. I always meet respectful men. I always find men that love me and honor me and treasure me or whatever. Again, keep the story going in your head the way you want it to go and not let the 3D world affect you. If you can't be around them without being affected by them, then I would say cut back. But again, I have a video about that coming out tomorrow. Any advice for the times when we feel like giving up on manifesting an SP? Yeah. If you give up, guess what? Then what? Then what? there's going to be a point when you're going to be like, okay, that was dumb. I guess I'm going to start manifesting again, or try, because you're always manifesting. So every time you feel like giving up, just think about this. Then what? You're going to have to reset the intentions again. Eventually, you're going to have to get back on the bike. You rode all the way from home. Now you got to ride back or something, because now you're stuck out here. What? Now what? Now I'm just giving up on everything? No. Things are going to come back up. So instead of giving up, just rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it, and take the SP out of the equation. The SP is nothing. You are focused on your bracelet when your outfit looks like shit. And I mean that in the most possible way. But you're trying to put on a Tiffany's bracelet with ratty old sweats. So change your outfit, and then dealing with your bracelet is not an issue. You just put the bracelet on and you're fine. But you have to be dealing with the feelings within you that are manifesting in this distance between you and your person before everything will line up for you. Hello, Germany. I was just being flirted with today by someone who is not my SP, but it way boosted my ego, and I'm still going after my SP. Yeah, hell yeah. That's just, I mean, honestly, when you set the intentions that people respect you and they find you beautiful, even if you're saying it about somebody, you're still setting the intention that people find you beautiful and they want to be around you. So other people can come into your world. That's just, oh shit, I am powerful. I'm doing it. I'm the shit. Everybody loves me. That's your chance to reaffirm that you're doing it all and you're amazing and you have the power to do whatever you want. It's 4 a.m. here and I'm staying up to watch you. Don't want to miss out. You guys are so, thank you so much for staying up. I appreciate it. Gorilla took it from the zoo. Yeah, you never know. Okay. Hello, Dale. Did you just get here? Okay, glad to have you here. All right. Revision is awesome. It changes lives. Absolutely. Awaking is a game changer. There's a lot of strong women on this channel. I love it. To the people who are like, I don't get it. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, my clients they all have this in common. I have a few male clients, but for the majority of them, like 98% of my clients are extremely smart women. Like they're lawyers, they're scientists, they're fucking like analysts. They do all these crazy things. I'm like, listen, your problem is you're too damn smart. You're too damn logical. You're using logical thinking in a non-logical world. So yes, I love the fact that my audience is extremely smart women, but here's the problem, guys. You're operating too much on this logical side, and you need to start letting go of that logic and letting go of suspending the disbelief for a little while, because this is not a logical place. Remember, we are energy. Everything is energy. This is a fact. This wall, this is energy. I shouldn't be able to fucking tap on it if it's energy, okay? But I can. So that tells us that this is something different than what we think it is. It's not the same thing. It is. At the very least, you can accept the fact that what we think is going on is not actually what's going on. Then you couple that with the proof that you feel, or the proof that you get when manifestations come up, even if it's the smallest thing. Even if you said the word fish sticks and then 2 minutes later someone said it out loud and you're like, what the fuck just happened? We take these moments where we see it happen, and then we combine that with the knowledge of knowing that this isn't really what I think it is. I don't know what it is, but something else is going on. This gives us a platform to stand on that allows us to suspend this logic and suspend this disbelief and be like, okay, for 30 days, I'm going to trust in myself and just try and experiment where I don't doubt myself, where I don't put myself down, where I don't tell myself it's not possible. And I'm just going to see what happens. I'm just going to see what happens when I intend for things that I want to happen, and I do not let anything else affect me. I side face everything. It does not matter. It does not have to affect me unless I let it. Once you do that and you do this 360, I'm telling you, it does not take long. It literally takes a couple weeks. It takes like weeks for this to happen, guys. You're just like, stop fighting it. Just let it happen and quit questioning, quit doubting, quit reacting, quit feeling victimized when somebody doesn't like you or doesn't want to be around you. So what? That's your chance to be like, ooh, something's weird in me. I'm not really doing that right. Let me tweak this a little bit. Let me re-intend. Let me restate this in a way that makes more sense to me. Let me make this more clear, or whatever. It's not a chance for you to be judged. It's your gaslight coming on. When your gaslight comes on, you don't take offense to it. You just get gas and then you move on with your life. That's exactly what you need to do. If anything happens in your 3D world that does not align with the future that you're going to or the destination you have selected, so what? It's a data point. It's a chance for you to fill up your tank and keep going on your path. Okay, what's next? Let's see. Okay. Okay, I love this question. Can you manifest more than one thing at the same time? Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. You use your infinite power on the infinite, all of it, every single aspect of your life. What happens when you're manifesting a person and why you're asking if you can manifest two things at once is because you are limiting your power so far, okay? Your power is 360. It's all encompassing. It's everything in your life. It's the cells in your body. It's the walls. It's the atoms in your walls, the threads in your shirt. All of it is manifesting. Think of manifesting as consciousness or selection. Because you are awake, because you are here on earth, because you can choose your reality, it's all being populated by you in every moment. So when you work on your SP, you tell yourself that you're amazing and everybody loves to be around you and everything's working out. They love monogamy with you. They treat you with respect, whatever. Fine, that's set. We're good with that. Now, what about the rest of our lives? Everybody treats me with respect, not just my SP. I'm amazing. I love myself. Things are always working out. I'm always seeing great things pop in my reality. When I go to Starbucks, my coffee is going to get made really fast and my favorite song is going to be playing. When I get in my car, no traffic, I'm getting to work super fast. You use it everywhere. Do not limit yourself by putting it all on one person. Everywhere, all over the place, at once, all times. And the more you do this, the more you put your power everywhere and focus it all over yourself and the world, it just becomes easier. It's just like riding a bike. It's like learning the guitar. You do it enough times and your brain starts making neural connections. It starts understanding. It creates shorter and shorter pathways, and then it's automatic. And you just think like that all the time. So yes, manifest everything, all things at once. Okay. Roxy coming through with some deep advice. Thank you. I'm just here to help. I know I sound angry, but that's just the way I talk. Okay. What if we give up on our SP and try to find somebody else because it's taking too long and our SP have free will? No, they don't have free will in your reality. You can't entertain that. I don't know how or why, but you can't entertain the idea of them having free will because then you just give it to them. So no, they think what you're thinking. And if they're not thinking what you're thinking, they're not thinking anything, period. Thanks, Dale. Glad you're here. You're one of I have like 5% male audience. Okay. How can I recreate my SP so that he gets rid of his alcohol and nicotine addictions? Well, stop saying that he does. See him happy, healthy, whole, being able to function on his own and discovering himself and finding love within himself and growing on his own journey, and address the situation within you that is creating somebody that has substance problems and creating somebody who is unavailable and creating somebody that's not showing up in their own life, right? So that tells me that you're not giving to yourself enough. So you need to pay attention to what harmful beliefs you're holding within your own self. Too logical sometimes, and it makes me feel delusional. Listen, you're already in a fantasy land. You got to remind yourself that if you start getting bogged down, what am I getting bogged down with Hansel and Gretel for? Let me change the story. I'm going to Rapunzel. And I tell my clients this all the time. You tell the story of Rapunzel till your head's hanging out that window and someone's climbing up your hair. You never tell the story of Hansel and Gretel again if you want to change it. You stay there. Even if you're in the fucking oven and the witch is coming to eat you, in your mind, you are in Rapunzel and your hair is dangling out the window, period. To the people who say, I don't get it, go do your homework, get logic out the window. Exactly, girl. If there's no logic, you have to start believing and adhering to and understanding the fact that logic is not, this is not a logical place. The problem is we live in this quantum realm, this quantum energetic field, and we're using Newtonian science, which is like the physical science, like gravity and the apple falling from the tree and mathematics, to define a non-Newtonian world. We're using Newtonian science to determine or to describe a quantum world, and that's why it doesn't make sense. It does not compute. There's a reason why nobody knows what's going on. Scientists still have not proven anything. Well, I mean, they know things are happening, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. Nobody does. Einstein went to his grave trying to disprove this. So you stop adhering to the 3D world. It's not what you think it is. It's not what we've been raised to believe it is. It's not real. It's malleable. And it all changes with your own perception. Look up quantum physics if you need help understanding. That's what really helped me understanding. When you understand how particles and waves behave, let me give you a little science lesson here. Okay. Particle and a wave. Like I said earlier, every subject or everything is two subjects, either the absence of it or the presence of it. Particle, that is like an atom, okay? And subatomic particles is what we found when they broke the atom open. They found out that that wasn't the smallest, like the building block of life. It wasn't the smallest thing. They found subatomic particles. And what they found in there is that they're 99.9% empty space. But the particle version of reality is the physical. This is when things like get hard or have friction or whatever. The wave form, that's the presence. The particle is the presence, okay? It's the physical. Wave form is the energetic version of it. It's the absence of it. It's in your mind. It's in your, it's here. It's still in the energetic field, but it's not in our physical reality. We're not able to physically perceive it with our earthly eyes and ears. So where the fuck were we? I get so like distracted. Oh, delusional. So, so like I said, every subject is either the absence of it or the presence of it. It's either particle or wave. When you set out an intention, it's just like the double slit experiment. Look up the double slit experiment. They're launching particles at a wall or at a screen, and they're sending it through two slits in a piece of paper. And when the particle is launched, obviously it's particle, they physically launch something. Once it passes through the slit, it becomes a wave. It becomes probability. It becomes potentiality. It becomes every possible outcome while it's in wave form, while it's in potential form, while it's in the energetic form. And then once it reaches the wall, once it reaches its destination, it then becomes a particle again, okay? And this is exactly how things manifest. You think of them, you want them, you decide there's something, you give them life, you launch them out, and when they hit the wall or when they hit reality, they become a thing. And the probability of whatever outcome you're choosing collapses, and that's when it becomes something. So if you think about manifesting the same way that quantum physics operates, know that when something is out to the universe, when you have like set an intention and you let it go, it's in probability mode. It's in potentiality. It is everything and nothing at one time. It's all things and none and no things. So it's not until it shows up in your world that it becomes a thing, and that thing depends on the probability of the most likely answer or the most likely option plus your direction and your decision or your consciousness of where it should be when it lands or what it should be when it lands. It gets kind of crazy. But anyways, my whole point in this is look up quantum physics. Look up what it means to be in an energetic field and be a being of energy if you need help bridging that gap. Because once you understand that, like, this is how the entire universe works, it's very easy to correlate it to your own life and see how things manifest and see how the potential for things is infinite until it comes into your reality. And then it is either what you expected it to be, what it was most likely to be, or what you definitely didn't want it to be. But again, you expected it to be that. So I'm not a physics teacher, but that was just my kind of like basic rundown of all that stuff. So don't get on me if that was unclear. It's the best I could do. Okay. Oh, here comes Mango. Okay, a few weeks ago, I've been manifesting that I'm a guy magnet, and OMG, ever since manifesting that, guys have been complimenting me. It really makes me feel so good. Absolutely, girl. You decide. You decide. And once you redefine that, and you're like, okay, I'm not just a guy magnet now. Now I'm an honest, attractive, and mature guy magnet. Like, you can refine that, and all you're doing is chiseling away. You're hammering down your path. You're narrowing your focus till you get to the point of exactly where you want it to go. My SV talks to me and invited me to visit her, but she only wants to be friends. What do I need to shift? Your story, your expectation. You need to make sure that you have beliefs within you that say that you're good enough for relationships, that you are worthy, that people want to be with you, that relationships are easy. Again, it's like you're going to have some sort of underlying beliefs that keep you apart or make you there. It sounds like you don't have the confidence of knowing that you're good enough for her or that you deserve her or you're afraid of her not working out for you. You have to address that fear and then reshape the way you talk about it. She loves you. She loves being around you. She's falling in love with you more and more every day. She woke up this morning and was like, oh my God, I'm in love with my friend. What do I do about it? Now she's manifesting you. Tell the story however you want it to go. Okay. Excuse me. My SP and I had an amazing conversation yesterday, and I have this unprecedented knowing. Exactly. Never felt so aligned. The knowing is the key. I've probably talked about, oh, here it is. I've talked about my tree of desire. That's what I'm calling it so far, or desire spectrum. At the top is know. When you know something, there's not a question about it. No question. That's going to manifest because it's kind of like your blood pumping through your veins and your lungs breathing air for you. You know you're a human being and you know this is how you work and you know you're alive. And without even being conscious of it, you're keeping yourself alive by your absolute knowing that you're alive and this is my room and this is how it looks and this is what the world is. Without questioning that, that's how things that you know manifest because, again, there's no question. Below that is believe. You believe something is possible. You definitely believe in it. You know that it's a thing. You've seen it happen. You know that it's possible for you. We're good. That's like, you're like at 90 to 98% trust in that it happening for you. That's what believe is. Know is definitely 100%. Then below believe is think. You think something's going to happen. I think it's possible. I definitely think it could. It could definitely happen. I think it might. You have belief, you have expectations of it happening, but you also have doubt and it's less than when you believe something. Below think is hope. I hope that'll happen. I really do. I really hope. I know it's possible for me and I hope it will, but you have doubts that you're even good enough. You have doubts that it'll happen. You have doubts in general. That's at your like 60% to like 80%. And then below that is want. We're going to call hope 50% because that's kind of like this above the fold. When you want something, you want it. Yeah, I want that. There's no indication of whether or not you're going to get it. There's no indication of how you're going to get it. There's no belief in yourself. There's no power. There's no action implied. It's just like, yeah, I want that. Okay, now what? So that's kind of like your 50% and above. So you want to make sure you push all your stuff above that. But if you can get to the knowing space of something, that's when it's going to manifest. Blah, 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 blah. What's happening with the merch line? I'm getting there. I just have no time, you guys. I used to have all the time. I was building. And then once I kind of set my new intention that everything is booming and it's taking off, it has. And I have no time. I can barely, between being on YouTube, like doing this type of thing and interacting and setting up my videos and editing my videos and my coaching clients, I have no time. Literally, I'm like up till 5 a.m. all the time. Okay. What? I need an assistant. What do you think about other manifesting coaches who teach that in some cases it's not possible to get your ex back, that you can only influence, not control, etc.? I think it's a limiting belief to think that. I think that we don't know what's going on. We have no clue what's actually going on here. And we do know I've manifested people that had no clue I existed. So I know that it's possible for me personally. And other people have as well. So you're able to kind of suspend that disbelief and be like, well, it's most likely possible. So I'm just going to operate from the standpoint that it is possible, and entertaining any other ideas is very limiting, and you're just going to put yourself in a box. There's no point in doing that. Yep. Someone said they have limiting beliefs. Never watch their shit. That's right, Maggie. You tell them. Okay. It's so frustrating. If my SP is thinking whatever I want him to think, then why isn't he reaching out to me? I guess it's dumb. That's the only logical explanation. He's not reaching out to you because you keep noticing he's not reaching out to you. It's a mirror, okay? If you are thinking about someone that's not reaching out to you, you are not putting out vibrations of somebody that is around you. You're putting out, remember when I said that everything is the absence of or the presence of it? Everything is two subjects. So right now, what you are putting out, what you are selecting, what you are choosing is a reality where he is not there. You need, or she, it's he. Okay. You're selecting a reality where the person's not there. You're choosing their absence instead of choosing their presence. They reach out to you. They're always thinking about you. They love you. They put you first. You cannot tell the story of why they're not reaching out to you. And if you are telling the story, you're persisting and it's still not happening, you need to look at your underlying beliefs that are creating a distance and space between you and somebody that you love. Yeah, you probably have a block. Exactly. And blocks are limiting beliefs. They're ideas that we corral ourselves in. They're things like, well, I don't believe at the root of it, I don't really believe in honest relationships. So how am I supposed to manifest this one? I don't believe that I'm actually good enough to be loved. So that belief is going to trump everything else that you do unless you deal with it. Is it possible to manifest an SPU's sexual orientation may be different from yours? It is. Again, that is circumstance, but it's the thing about it is all these things, it's only your own ability to get over that hump. It's your own ability to cut that story out and then not adhere to it and not allow the 3D world that's already manifested to change your mind and sway your point of view. Roxy, did you know that in 2007, scientists caught a giant bowhead whale off the coast of Alaska? It had a harpoon in its neck that dated back to 1880. Wow. I did not know that, but that's a cool story. Oh, the harpoon in its neck. It survived another 127 years, which is nearly twice the age of Epstein when he didn't kill himself. Oh, God, now we're getting weird. I don't want to talk about politics. We get inundated with that shit all the time. Do you need to focus? I don't know. There's so many typos. Don't you need to focus on anything? What? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We fixed it. Don't you need to focus on only one thing at the time to get results, not all over the place? No, not at all. Think about your end goal is to be happy, healthy, fulfilled, free, joyous, loving yourself, entertaining or enjoying the way that the world unfolds for you. That's your end goal, not this person or this car or this blah, blah, blah. Those are all things that are going to lead you to those feelings. So if you set the intentions for these feelings, I want to feel compassion, companionship, love, trust, understanding, freedom, ease, enjoyment, abundance, whatever, that's where you're going. And the rest of it falls into place. Again, it's like you have infinite power. Why would you think that you have to segregate it onto some little tiny person? You can control the entire, you're a computer writing code. You think that a computer can only do one thing at a time? No, it does everything at all at one time. You're already manifesting everything at once. You manifest every single thing in your life. So right now you're manifesting this live stream. You're manifesting what I'm saying. You're manifesting the clothes on your body. You're manifesting the air in your lungs. You're manifesting the job that you have. You're manifesting the people around you. You're always manifesting more than one thing. So don't try to limit yourself. Connect the dots. Yes, sir. Okay. I know I'm a beautiful person and a beautiful woman, but what if your SP is making few steps towards you and then he stops and doesn't make the final step? Ask me to go out together. Okay. If you're getting hot and cold behavior, you're offering hot and cold vibrations. You don't think you're worthy. You don't think they're worthy. You don't believe in monogamy. You think that people are going to leave you. You're afraid someone's going to leave you. You're afraid there's someone better out there. I mean, they're all so many different things that could be manifesting. I don't know your personal situation, but either way, you are selecting a version of them that is not honoring you and not putting you first. So you need to put yourself first. You need to be the version of you that is in the relationship mentally before you get there. Yeah, and if you feel like you're doing that and you're not getting there, first of all, stop noticing that you're not getting there, because every time you do, you're just manifesting it over and over again. So you need to understand you're on your way. Nothing that happens in your 3D world needs to be real unless you allow it to be, and offer a clear vibration. This is what I want. This is what I stand for, and I'm not entertaining anything else. I saw a video where a girl says you focus on one area of your life. Okay, so what? That girl is very limited. Don't limit yourself. You're manifesting all things at all times, so don't limit. When you say tell a story, you mean we write it like scripting? Yeah, but also, let's see, what's the next? My SP always calls every day. We talk for 15 minutes, 35 minutes time. Is this normal? I mean, I don't know. Is that normal to you? I can't decide what's normal in your life. When I say tell the story, I mean literally tell the story. You're talking to somebody about your SP. Don't talk about how they're far away from you and you don't know where they're at. You're thinking about your SP. Don't think about the fact that they're gone and you don't know where they're at, because it just manifests. You think about your SP. You're thinking about how awesome it is that they love you and they adore you, and that's it. You do not entertain anything else. If you're talking about them, you're talking about the fact that you're both working on yourselves, and it's going to make your relationship so much better and stronger, and you love that you both have this chance right now to work on whatever. Like, however that story looks for you. When I say tell the story, I mean, in your mind, this is your reality. You're not entertaining a reality where shit doesn't work out for you anymore. Like when I first started doing this, when I quit my job, I was telling the story that my business was slow going for a couple months. And I was like, man, I'm working on it. I'm getting there, but it's taking a while, but like, don't tell our parents I quit my job. I didn't want our parents to know. It was just this thing of like, I'm getting there. I'm building it. I'm getting there. Woo, it's a lot of work. Oh my God. And then one day I was like, why am I telling myself that my business is slow going? Why would I say that when I'm in control of all of it? So from that moment forward, no, my business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. Am I helping millions of people yet? I'm on my way, and I'm not going to stop saying that just because it's not showing up in my life. Like, hello, I decide what's happening in my life. I tell my story. My business is booming. I'm helping millions of people, period. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Is it possible to manifest an SP who's sexual? I already did this one. Guys, you don't have to ask twice. I'm just like, I have to get there. Okay. Oh, there's another one. All right. You guys keep asking the same shit over and over. Okay. I keep thinking about the third party. How do I stop it? If you can't ignore them, send them off with grace. Visualize them finding someone who's even better for them, because honestly, your SP is not good for them because your SP loves you. So that's not fair to them. They have nothing to do with the story. Let them go and find someone else that's best for them and see them graduating onto something amazing. And again, you can't give to somebody else what you don't give to yourself first. So you see someone else finding themselves and being whole and happy and like, oh yes, I'm finally with somebody that I love. See them doing that. View them going somewhere else. And not necessarily that they're going away, just view them with another loving relationship that's not your SP and you have your SP, and that's what will manifest. If you can't ignore them altogether, which I would say first things first is just stop watering that plant. Stop watering the third party plant, period. Don't give it anything. And then when it does come up, if it does come up, what am I saying? She's like in a loving, committed relationship with somebody else who totally adores her. And my person is perfect for me. And we are together in a loving relationship and we adore each other. Okay. Thank you. Psych Y? I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for being here. If my business is good, then why am I still broke? Because you keep saying that. Why would you say that you're broke? You dictate your story. So stop saying you're broke, and you won't be. You need to have a better relationship with money. Treat it with respect. Treat it like a person. I can guarantee if I'm still, why isn't it working? I'm still broke. Who wants to be around that? Money is energy. It's just like a person. No, money is great. Money comes all the time. Money's always around me. I love money. I love being around money. I do love money. I think money is great. I love the fact that I can do whatever I want just by exchanging money. That's fucking amazing. Money needs to be treated like a beautiful person instead of some slave or some bitch that you just call whenever you want it. Okay? Sorry, I get fired up. Sometimes after a while of answering the same thing over and over and over, I'm just like, come on now, guys. Get it together. Okay. I know how it is, though. I've been there. The answer, let me tell you. I studied law of attraction for 8 years until I came into this new understanding, and everything has changed for me. And what has changed is that I'm telling the story that I want to experience all the time, every letter. If I catch myself saying anything that does not align with my end goal, I'm cutting that thought off at the knees and I'm replacing it with a new one. I'm inserting my good feeling thoughts all the time. When my mind's checked out, when I'm thinking negative thoughts, when I'm thinking good thoughts, I purposely make myself think about the life that I want and the life that I'm going to at all times. And if anything happens that I don't like, I don't fucking care. It does not bother me. It does not have to affect me unless I let it. Does that answer your question? Okay. How to stay balanced and motivated to gain your goals? How to not go off the track too often? It's diligence. Like, you are stronger than a thought. You're stronger than an emotion. You're stronger than a habit. So be diligent, pay attention, and don't allow yourself to slip just because it's easy. Be on it. Be a prison warden. You have to be a prison warden for a while because all of your negative thoughts are trying to escape their cells, okay? So don't let them out of their cells. Be a prison warden for a while. Pay attention to every thought and feeling that you have until it becomes second nature, and it will. It only takes a few weeks. Oh, Lord. Okay. I keep telling myself that his girlfriend is his ex-girlfriend. He actually posted they're not together anymore a few days ago. Yeah, they don't exist. Is there such thing as too much visualization in law of attraction work? No. Only if you feel like you're exerting effort, because this is how you create reality. Think about it like this. When you spiral on things that you don't want to happen, when you worry about things, that's manifesting. You're already doing it. You're doing it all the time. So use your body's natural ability to spiral, to gain momentum on thoughts, and use it to gain momentum on thoughts that are productive for you, that work towards your goal, instead of allowing thoughts that are unproductive to take hold and not stopping them. That's your choice to not stop the thoughts. It's your choice to allow them to get out of control. It's easier sometimes to just allow the negativity to take over, and that's on you. That's your fault. I mean, not your fault, but that's your problem if you're allowing it to happen, and that's why things aren't working for you. But no, there's no too much, because you're always doing it. Just make sure that it's focused in the direction that you want it to go. My channel is not growing as I visualize, as if reality hit me in the face. Even if I created, I had no limiting beliefs before now, but I'm like, why doesn't it grow? Well, I mean, you should watch Sunny Lenarduzzi. Let me just say that. Watch Sunny Lenarduzzi and do everything that she says about growing a channel. And then stop talking about it like it's not growing. Your channel is growing. You get new subscribers every single day. Oh my God, you get so many subscribers every day. It's crazy. Period. That's your story. Start telling it like that. All serious, I went solo, no women. I made lots of money without any women. Okay, great. My money meant more than any woman. Okay. Chiquita, can watching too many law of attraction videos affect your vibration or end results for the things you're manifesting? That's a really great question. It can, in a sense of if you're doing too much absorbing and not enough applying, too much learning and not enough doing, too much, again, absorbing, but not enough saturating your mind with the new thoughts. So you need to put them into practice in order for them to work. Thanks, James. Glad to have you. Okay, cool. Looks like we're nearing the end of things. I'm going to wrap this up unless anybody has any other questions. Anybody can sign up for one-on-one coaching with me. I also have workshops as well. So if you've got limiting beliefs you're dealing with, if you're manifesting a person that's not working, if you're manifesting money and it's not working, I can definitely help you with that. And yes, Malachi, I love you, Malachi. Malachi says changing the mental narrative is key. It is. It's 100% the answer, okay? Nobody wants to know that it's their day in, day out thoughts and the way they feel about themselves that dictates everything in their life. But that's the answer, guys, to every single question you have. My SP has children, always talk to me about them, and the baby mom. Am I manifesting this? Yes, you manifest everything. I imagine, but everything looks worse. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You need to be doing more than just imagining. You need to be saturating your entire life and mind with the thoughts of your new reality. Thanks, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you to everybody. Just wrapping up all the questions. If anybody has any more, throw them in now or forever hold your peace, at least until next Monday. Tomorrow's video is all about dealing with negative people in your life, dealing with people who don't understand law of attraction, who might bring you down when you're trying to grow and understand things. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to that video. Your marriage has completely changed since last Monday. Yes! That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can you just give us a quick, real fast, give me a couple sentence idea of what you changed in your mind or what shift that you made mentally that has reflected things changing for you? And yeah, if you want one-on-one coaching, if you want to figure out what your specific limiting beliefs are, because a lot of times you guys don't, I mean, all the time, every time I work with somebody, you don't realize where these things are. You don't realize what you're saying that's actually keeping you corralled in your specific limiting beliefs. And it's you and the way you're talking about your life that's doing it. I guarantee it, because that's, I mean, I do this all day long. Is divine timing such a thing when manifesting an SP? The divine timing is you. That's the time it takes for you to fully accept and fully step into the reality where you are the version of you that is in that relationship. How can I stop manifesting the constant talking about the kid's mom? Well, stop entertaining it. Stop paying attention to it. If someone talks about it, you fucking check out and you think about something else. We're talking about sunshine and roses right now. We're talking about hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. I don't know. You tell a new story. You placate it like it's your drunk friend. You're just like, Okay, crazy. I always do this like you're petting their hair. You know, they're in that moment, they're like crying and freaking out because they're like drunk texting everybody in their phone. And you're just like, okay, it's okay. It's all good. Let me just get you home to bed. And you don't even entertain what they say because it's nonsense. That's how you deal with it. How to continue to be strong during the process. You need to work on other things than just the one manifestation. You have to prove it to yourself in every area of your life. And that gives you the confidence to understand that, okay, maybe I'm not seeing this thing yet, but all of these other things are manifesting and I'm working every single day to get better, that of course it's coming. It couldn't not come. You choose it. Once you start, you're operating from the standpoint that once you start doing this, you're going to still have the same beliefs, fears, knowledge base as you did 2 weeks ago. But if you keep going down this road, you're going to be uncovering new things. You're going to be learning new things. You're going to be understanding new practices. You're going to be saying new affirmations, and your knowledge base grows. Your frame of reference grows. It changes. So you're not going to be thinking the same thoughts about your situation in 2 weeks if you do it the right way. But if you are still thinking the same thoughts, there's an indication that you're not focusing the right way. You're doing it too much in the wrong lane. I keep repeating things that even though I can't see it, I believe it. I keep saying is with me. Exactly. Giselle, can't wait to tell you your success story. I can't either, girl. I'm ready to hear it. Would love for people to give their experiences. Yes, that'd be great. I'm actually doing my own law of attraction success story on Friday. That'll be out. Where is the line between living in the end 24/7 and obsession? The line is in the neediness. The line is in the it has to happen. Like I'm obsessed with it because it's not here. You can be obsessed with something in an expectant way. Like I am obsessed with becoming a millionaire and building my freaking huge empire, and everything is just laying out in front of me over and over and over, and things are growing really freaking fast. I just hired a PR company this weekend, so that's starting soon, like today. So it literally is just your own perception. The moment I said, why am I telling myself that my business is slow going? Hold the fuck on. Let me reach out, tell this story. My business is booming. I'm helping millions of people. That is it. And I will continue to say that even if there's 2 people on my live stream and nobody booking coaching with me. Fine. I don't care. I'm still helping millions of people and my business is booming. No one can get me to stop saying that. No one can reach into my mind and change that for me. It's all me. It's what I dictate. Okay, what's next? We're almost there. Oh, I love it. She says, okay, we found out about your husband. You told me I was counting days, so I started saying that it's already done and your marriage is fit. See, your marriage is on its way now. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like you're holding it all in place. Every single question you have about my person said this and what about this and if they did this, so what? You created that. Let it go. Let the idea that it has to be like that go. It doesn't have to be like anything. What's the best thing in my life? My doggies. I love animals. I love, I always have. I feel good, but I don't see any change. Well, you need to cut the butts. I feel good, period. Because now you've just manifested no change coming into your life. So don't do that anymore. How does one maintain a mental diet, detach from the outcome, and live in the end at the same time? Those are all the same thing, first of all. I have videos on that. When you make the decision that you are living in a new reality, like I said, I'm helping millions of people. My business is booming. That's my reality. It does not matter what the rest of this looks like. That's my reality. I don't need it. I'm not desperate for it. That's just my reality. It's just my truth, period. It's not, there's a difference between, okay, this is my reality. I choose it, period. That's fine. And it's going to happen whenever it happens. I know it's on its way because it just is. I don't have a question that my stuff isn't happening. Where were we? Detaching from the outcome is not detaching from what happens. It's detaching from the neediness for it to happen. It's detaching from the have to know how it's going to happen and questioning how it's going to go down and wondering if it's going to be really happen or how, whatever. Like it's detaching from the questions. It's detaching from the noticing of the absence of it. It's just like everything is 2 subjects, to the absence of or the presence of it. If you're in the presence of your manifestation coming to pass, then you're not in the absence of it. And when you're not in the absence of it, you're not going to manifest more absence of it. So just be in the present mind. It's here. It's already here. It's not a big deal. Everything's happening. Like, you're fine. You got wireless internet. I know you're fine. Nothing is going to happen to you that is going to end your world. So let's cut out the desperation. Not saying that you're desperate, but it's the feeling that replicates the lack. Cut that out. It just is. It just is. And you stay there. It just is until it just is in the 3D world. It just is here until it just is here. That's it. That's the answer. What's next? Oh my gosh. Thought we were done with questions, and here come 50 more. Okay. Any thoughts on Abraham Hicks? I like Abraham for... Abraham Hicks is what helped me stop being so negative all the time and kind of helped me get rid of my anger issues, or at least deal with them. And that's what led me to my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge, which if you want to download that, it's in the description below. But beyond that, I do think it's quite limiting. I do feel that it kind of cuts. It's almost like just be and everything will come to you. And it's not that that's not the case, but it's more work up here. It's more diligence up here. You need to be catching all of your thoughts. You need to be paying attention to them. It's not a forever thing. It's not like you always have to be like, bang, like, what am I thinking right now? Forever. It does take a couple weeks, but once you're there, it happens naturally. Like, it's my brain thinks in affirmations now. Like, I literally get fed affirmations all day long. And I just say them, I modify them, I suck them up, I bring them up here and there, I bring them up never again, I write them down. Like, there's no science. It's just like, these thoughts feel good. They remind me that I'm creating my whole world and that things are happening for me. And that's as deep as it needs to get. Okay. How can you shift your emotions whenever you're feeling sad about not having the person you want in your life? You need to just self-soothe. You have to tell yourself over and over, it's fine. Everything's working out. It's all good. Sometimes you can't make the feelings go away. But if you stay, it's fine. It's all working out. It's all working out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They're here. They're fine. They're thinking about me. They're not even thinking anything. They're fine. They're totally fine. Everything is fine. Even if you just have to say that, at least you're not letting it go. You're not opening up the floodgates. You're like, okay, fine. You want to sit in this pool of murkiness for a while? We can't get out of it. That's fine. We're at least not going to open the floodgates and let it spill out to everywhere else. So we at least stop it in its tracks by saying, it's fine, it's all good, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, there's nothing wrong, it's totally fine. Sometimes I just have to tell myself that, like, over and over and over again. And eventually, it's fine. It is. So just let it be. Just let yourself soothe yourself. I feel good. I feel less fears with the situation when my SP is worse. Don't put so much focus on them. Put it more on you and giving yourself what you're missing from them. Any thoughts on childhood trauma? It needs to be dealt with in a way of replacement. I found with a lot of my clients, the ones that are in therapy, I don't want to say this. This is going to sound ridiculous. It sounds kind of, yeah. How do I say this? I have noticed that my clients that have been in therapy for years make more progress in one coaching session than they do in the years of therapy, because therapy is meant to just keep digging. You just dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and there's no real end to it. For me, my goal is to, okay, we know that you have these limiting beliefs about relationships. We know your parents kind of fucked you up there or whatever it is. We know that you are hurt from this. We know that now. We don't need to continue to dig it up. We need to replace the belief, and we need to reprogram, and we need to reprogram. We need to reprogram. We need to reprogram. It's just like learning to do anything. It's repetition is key. You locate it at the spot. We don't have to dig too deep into it. We know that it's this thought. We start replacing it with new ideas. I am loved. I am worthy. I am beautiful. People treat me with respect. People respect my boundaries, whatever it is. And then as you go down that road of saying these new affirmations and living in a new space, sometimes you will uncover other beliefs, other limiting beliefs. And when that happens, now you have the tools to rewrite that belief. And this is how we make progress on our traumas and things that have kind of been around for a long time, because we're so emotionally involved with them. We're so chained to that story because they have affected us so deep. And it's almost like memories. Listen, memories are not kept in storage bins. Memories are like memos in your brain. So if you recall a memo, you send out, okay, I need a trauma memory. You push the button. That's not a memory that you're going back into. You are now recalling that moment and bringing it into your present. So it's not a memory. It's present life. It's happening now over and over. You're victimizing yourself over and over and over by adhering to these things. So that's why it's important to, we know where it's at. We know where it's at. So we don't need to like dig. We put a new intention in place. We put a new belief in place. We're very diligent about changing the story that we're telling ourselves about our history or about ourselves. We can use past revision if that works for you. Either way, you're changing the way that you're looking at yourself and the frame that you're putting yourself in. As you go about this, then because you have changed the way that you think about yourself and you think about your trauma, or you're viewing it in a new way, you're changing the way that you expect the world to react to you. Now, instead of feeling like a victim, you feel empowered. You feel like it doesn't have to define you anymore. You know that you define yourself in any moment going forward. So because you make that shift within yourself, then the rest of the world can reflect it back to you. So that's how I feel about that. If you want help with that, sign up for one-on-one coaching. Okay. Can I track someone I don't have contact with in any case? Like I knew this person at a party, but I don't have any clue of him in social media. Yes. Yes, you can. There is no distance. There is no time. There is no separation. You just need to be really diligent about the fact that you are manifesting them. They're going to be in your life. There's no question. I don't need to know how, when, or what it's going to, the way it's going to play out. I just need to know that it will. And you stay persistent with that. What's my dog's name? Mango and Leo. I got two little babies. One big, one small. Oh, man. These questions got, oh, my God. What time is it? It's 3. Okay. I'm going to go for 15 more minutes. We're going to try to get them all done, but then I'm going to cut it off. Okay. Can you change a negative manifestation or once you think it's done already? Yeah, nothing is ever done. Permanence is a state of mind, okay? Permanent is a decision. Nothing is permanent unless you decide it is. So that's, when your reality pops and it's not what you wanted, it doesn't go the way you wanted it to, that's your gaslight coming on. It's not a chance. It's not a time to take offense. We don't get offended when our gaslight comes on. We get gas and we keep moving, okay? Something pops that you don't like, you don't align with, you just use that as another chance to reaffirm what you do want. You're narrowing the path, you're wearing it down, you're just chiseling away at what you do want, getting more focused. How can I be gay? When I struggle with staying positive, I write down a script of what I am manifesting and set reminders on my phone to read it multiple times a day. I love that. Malachi, you always have great answers. He said I learned that from Roxy. Thanks. Okay. John says, I'm homeless. Don't tell that story anymore. I'm sending you a home. You have a home. You have a beautiful home. Things are always working out for you. You are living in abundance. You are an abundant creature, and the universe is just doling out amazing things for you. Sorry, somebody walked by. What I was saying is the universe is doling out amazing things for you, and I need you to keep your mind there. I know that it's hard when you're living in your reality and it's not showing up the way you want it to, but you have to stay persistent. And I need you to stay in the mindset, I am loved. I am abundant. Everything I want comes to me. The universe is working out for me. I am warm and comfortable and cozy and free and living the exact life that I want. However that looks for you, but you can't, I know, I'm sorry, the homeless thing, I don't want to sound insensitive, but you just can't tell that story anymore, okay? You have to start telling the story of your success and not of your downfall or your limitation. When is my specific person workshop? I host them on Saturdays and Wednesdays at 12:30 PST. And it's 2 hours and it's a group workshop. Melissa says, I missed all of it, but want to say thank you. Thanks, Melissa. I manifested certain things, but how do I switch realities? Like, I know my SP is coming back, but how do I get to that place, to that reality? It's a mental shift. You start telling the story, you act, I know they say act as if, but what that really means is that you take on that role. I am the me, or I'm working towards, I guess I don't really know what the me who helps millions of people thinks about all day, but I can have an idea. I maybe can have an idea of what the person that helps 100,000 people a day thinks about. And I'm making steps. I'm chiseling away. I'm narrowing the path. Again, you just keep telling the story of where you want to go, and you don't allow this to affect you. You just keep going, keep persisting in it. How do you switch that into that reality? You choose it in every moment. I am this version of me. I'm the version of me that is in a healthy, perfect relationship. What does that look like? I'm not worried about my person. I'm not worried if I'm not good enough. I'm not worried about anything. I'm enjoying my life. That's the answer right there. The version of you that's in your perfect relationship is okay with the status quo because they have gotten themselves there. So you need to be okay with the status quo in order to embody that version of you. Do you mean that I need to not react when my SP ignores me? Yes. Anything. Don't react to any of it. It doesn't matter. It's only your perception of things that matters, okay? You explain things so much better than other law of attraction YouTubers. Thank you. It's because I'm fucking wordy and I love a good analogy. I can talk all day if you can't tell. I have issues actually seeing my SP and visualizing. Then don't do visualization. If it's too hard to do it, cut your SP out, Melissa, because I know I see you all the time in the group and stuff. You're putting way too much focus on your SP and not enough on you. Like, this person is just a blob of energy that you're allowing to exist in your reality, and you're calling him Joe or whatever. You know, like, he's not real. He's there in your place as a placeholder. He represents love, understanding, companionship, respect, partnership, whatever. That's what that person represents to you. It's not the person you're going after. It's those feelings. So feel love, feel abundance, feel joy, okay? Jake Ducey says, you don't have to have money to be in the feeling of money. You don't need to have money to feel like all your needs are met and everything is fine. That's the point. You guys have to go there here first in order for it to be here, not the other way around. You're not going to get satisfaction from the outside world in. It does not work like that, okay? And here's my example. This might sound rude, but Kylie Jenner, look at this girl. She has absolutely everything that you could ever possibly think about in the physical world, yet she obviously has very low self-esteem and doesn't care about herself because she keeps trying to fix what the outside looks like with plastic surgery, but it does not work outside in. You cannot reflect love and understanding and acceptance. Or I'm sorry, you can't receive love and understanding and acceptance if you don't reflect it. Your world is a mirror. So she's going to find herself in relationships where she's constantly cheated on and not valued and not put first and used for her status or whatever, because she doesn't see the value within just herself as she is. She has to have all this adornment on her body and her life and her family and her kids and her person that she's dating in order to feel fulfilled, and she still doesn't feel fulfilled, and that's evidenced by the fact that she keeps putting shit in her butt and her lips. And no offense, I love you, girl, but I'm just saying this is how it manifests in people. You cannot get it from the outside world. It has to come from within first. Okay. What can I do? My SP is ignore me. Sometimes I try not to react, but sometimes I feel bad. You need to focus on something else. Your SP is nothing. If your SP is a bracelet and you're worrying about a Tiffany bracelet and you're wearing ratty sweats, deal with your outfit first and then let your bracelet, then add your accessory on, which is your SP. You guys are like, it's like you're fixing your tires when your engine needs work. Deal with the engine first and then the tires will work themselves out. Okay. Oh, fuck me. There's a lot of comments. Oh, my goodness. Okay, what time is it? I think I said I would call it a while ago. I'm going to see if there's anything here that hasn't been answered a million times. White Rabbit says, I'm much like a shaman. Pull it out by the root. You have had counseling by both a shaman and a therapist. Yeah. I'm not saying therapy is not good, but it's not. I've never talked to anybody that I've coached that has had therapy and then like now they're not. Oh, I'm better now because I got therapy. No, like they're still coming to me to deal with their shit. So not saying I'm better, not saying anything like that. But therapy is like it's about focusing on your issues and dealing with them. My thing is about, okay, we know your issue. We can find it real fast. Let's change the way we're thinking. You need to reframe your mind. You need to change the way you're looking at your entire life. And that's what coaching is with me. If you're interested. Okay. Yeah, I answered the question about other people not saying you can manifest your ex. That's limiting beliefs. Don't listen to it. How do I manifest marriage without having a person marry yet? Same thing. You create the energy you want. You're not trying to manifest marriage because you want to be married. You're manifesting marriage because you want security, love, companionship, understanding, honesty, whatever. Create that next to you. Feel it within yourself. Feel what it feels like to be loved. Feel what it feels like to feel secure. Feel what it feels like to be understood. And then use affirmations. I am in a loving relationship. I love the fact that I'm always meeting people who complete me. Oh, no, let's take that out. We want to complete ourselves. I love the fact that I'm always meeting people who understand me. I always meet people who are like an open book. We communicate so well. We always get each other. We're on the same page. Whatever that looks like for you, start telling that story. Thanks, Leanne. I appreciate you so much for being a moderator. Thank you so much. And therapists don't follow law of attraction. So based on that, they just listen. And as Roxy said, they just keep us digging. Exactly. In this, we will pull the issue out, see it. We have real ways to transform, not change. Exactly. That's exactly the point. Instead of continuing to dig, we're just going to start planting some new stuff. Hi, Jay. Thanks, guys. How to deal with toxic, mean family members. Good thing you should ask. Tomorrow's video is out about that exact same thing. So watch that for tomorrow, okay? Do I believe in medication treatment on mental illnesses? Do you think they're necessary? Does manifestation could help? Yes to both. I think that if it's something that is a medical condition, definitely do all that you can to deal with it. But certainly use your manifestational faculties to see yourself as the whole, complete, healthy version of yourself while you're on that path to recovery or good health or whatever. Can I make my SP think whatever I want him to think? Yes, you just need to stay. You cannot let him, even if you say he thinks the sky is green and he tells you the sky is blue, you're just like, silly boy. You just have to be coy. You need to placate them like a drunk friend again. Hi, Kimberly. Glad you like the aesthetic. Appreciate you here. Oh, fuck me. These are a lot of questions. Okay, I'm only going to answer a few more. I know I keep saying that, and then I just keep going down line. Maria asks a question we've answered a million times already. Can I attract an SP and date someone else in the meantime? Yes, as long as it doesn't make you feel the absence of your person or make you feel funky feelings about them, then fine. But if it does, then I would be careful. Fuck my SP. I'm working on getting this dream job. Yes, girl. His ass will be with me regardless. Got to get this job secured. It's mine. Yes. Okay, listen. Think about it like this. You guys are like, oh, my SP. It's my whole life. Like, when somebody is needy and desperate and like nagging of you to pay attention to them, is that sexy? No, it's not sexy. No one is attracted to that energy. It repels, okay? So stop being so needy. Like, it's not cute. No, and this is just like outside of law of attraction. Think about it like that. Like, no one is attracted to needy, desperate behavior unless they're a narcissist or a sociopath who look for those people who are damaged or broken or accept super low levels of treatment because that's how they want to treat people. So if you're operating from that standpoint, that's the kind of people you're going to attract, okay? You need to be, this is what's important. Your SP is nothing, guys. It's nothing in the grand scheme of your life. You're allowing somebody to fill this super important role, okay? So that person is lucky that you are giving them life in your reality, and you need to operate from that point of view. If you're asking if you can change your SP, yes. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but I can't keep answering the same question over and over. Therapy is like a Band-Aid without actually truly getting to the changes. I agree. No offense, but it's just, that's what I've seen. Thoughts on recreating people that are close to you. Check out my video for tomorrow about, how many fuck yous is this person giving me? What a weirdo. Do you not have anything else to do with your life? Okay, all right, where are we? Oh, this is too many. I can't even see between these. Yeah, watch tomorrow's video if you're worried about people in your life that are negative or treating you bad. David asked if I play guitar. I'm not very good, and yes, I use a pick because I'm not very good. And I only have nails right now, but normally I don't have nails because I can't play guitar with them. But I'm not very good either way. Excuse me, I'm getting better every day at playing guitar. All right, I think we're gonna call it for today. Is it safe to say that one does not need to change anything, but more like focus on the wanted outcome? Yes. Because if you're trying to change something, you're like meddling. You're like in there, like digging around, and you're not letting the universe handle things. You need to just decide, I'm going to New York. I don't need to stop at every rest stop and check my map and figure out why I'm not in New York yet. I'm just going to go forward and know that I'm headed to New York and not entertain any other locations or whatever distractions. Best way to live in the end regarding a new job. You're the perfect candidate. You're the person that they're looking for. You walk in the room and they're like, oh my God, this is the person we need. Your bosses love you. Everybody loves being around you. You're their favorite coworker. They're always inviting you to stuff. They're always including you in little jokes. They think you have the best ideas in the room. Tell stories like this. My cat is learning manifesting. Oh, she knows. She's a little feisty girl. Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to bow out here soon. Oh, here we go. Okay. I used to have a toxic relationship with my mom until I decided I deserve better. I changed all my thoughts and about her, and now she's wonderful. Exactly. Thank you. Gonna put that video's out tomorrow too if you want to learn more about that for yourself. Oh, is this the end? Oh, good. Okay. Have you done Neville Goddard's sleep technique, and how's that work? Do you mean sleep revision, or I'm not familiar with the name, but I do script every night before I go to bed because I believe that your bed is like a 4 to 7 hour meditation session. So it's very important that you're going into that meditation session or going to sleep vibrating on or thinking about things that you want and not thinking about lack, the fact that your person's not there, you don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. So I do revision before bed. Sometimes I definitely script every single night before I go to bed, and I put myself into good thinking thoughts before I fall asleep, if that's what you're asking. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I think we're at a good stopping point. I appreciate everyone who's here and everyone who's watched. If you would like to kind of address your issue one-on-one, then definitely reach out to me for coaching, and we will get to your specific limiting issues, your specific beliefs, whatever is manifesting, figuring out what's in there and like causing all the problems, and then giving you new beliefs and practices to put into place. That's what the one-on-one coaching is for. If you'd like that, go ahead and sign up. It's in the link below. And yeah, we're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Thanks, guys.